I didn't sell out, son. I bought in. Keep that in mind.
Welcome to the Independent Characters episode 273. This is Carl.
This is Adon.
And this is Josh.
Hey, everybody's in the house.
Got the gang back together.
The three amigos.
I love it. I do love it. I love doing this in person a lot more than online.
I also love it. Adon doesn't love it, though, because he doesn't agree.
Here we go again. Okay, this episode, we are going to be talking about how much we love Legends units and how much we hate Legends units, whichever one appeal to us. We're going to go all over Legends as well as a few other things. But before we get into that, this episode is sponsored by Liam Williams and Corey Over.
Over what?
Corey's Over Williams.
Oh, okay. But you said Williams first.
Oh, he's over Unger, but Unger was overdone.
The old rivalry.
Airplane jokes. Okay. We're also part of the Goonhammer Media Network. Check out media.goonhammer.com for more shows and information. I already explained what we were going to talk about, so we can skip that bullet point. And before we go on, last episode, we talked about the Arinthian succession.
Yes, you did.
Cinderak burning.
Yes, you did.
And we had an extra book.
Yes.
Because I'm a dummy.
Bonus book.
A bonus book.
And so we said, call and leave us a voicemail and tell us why you want the book. And we'll pick from those people that call in and leave us a voicemail. And we'll give them the book. And we got one voicemail.
I guess he's getting a book.
So Lane Hardy, you're getting a book. Let's hear what Lane had to say, though. And honestly,
also really good reason.
Somebody would have
a book.
Yeah, it would have been hard to pick somebody other than him.
Yeah, so here we go.
Hi, my name's Lane Hardy. I live in Kelowna, BC, Canada. Just finished listening to the latest episode. And in terms of Necromunda, I am really impartial to the Palatine Enforcers. I think it's just they look really cool. I think that's just my main reason for liking them so much. I hate begging here. Why would I deserve it? I'm a teacher and I run a group. We get sorry for umming so much. We get on Wednesday afternoons. I get to teach a whole class on wargaming miniatures, and we are focusing a little bit on Kill Team, but it would be really cool. We do have some Necromunda stuff going on, so Cinderak burning would be awesome for the kids, you know? So
it's for the kids.
That's my 2 cents on Necromunda. Thanks.
Sold. The minute he was like, I'm a teacher and I'm sure
kids.
Yeah. It's for the kids.
Yep. For the kids.
Well, you know.
And while it is international.
It's for the children.
BC's close internationals.
Yeah, it's not so far, man. So Lane, send an email to me at carl@theindependentcharacters.com. As you're a teacher, you know there's no A in independent. And then we'll connect and we'll figure it out, and I'll send you off this copy of Cinderak Burning. So thanks for calling and leaving the message. I love it.
Absolutely.
He left a second message. I'm not going to play that one.
Right, yeah.
With an idea for a show, I got to give it a little bit of thought. We'll talk about it amongst ourselves and decide which way we go. But I appreciate you.
Also a great use of the voicemail. If you got a show topic idea,
hit us up,
over.
Man.
Yeah.
Do like the voicemails. Okay. Elite Choice. Let's leap into Elite Choice. You want to go first, Josh?
Yeah, I'll go for it. I went with Legion JD's Storm Herald, which is a 3D printed Imperator.
I don't know how I didn't pick this.
And Kill Team board in one.
That's
so it's 28 millimeter scale Imperator Titan. So it's a huge Titan. It's a massive endeavor of printing and designing. Mm-hmm. But what really stood out to me, not only is it an amazing looking Titan, it's still in the printing and assembling process, so not fully completed yet. But the top half of the Titan, where all the Citadel and temples and things go, is a Kill Team board
and big cannon.
and a giant cannon. Yes.
I think the fact that he designed it.
Yeah. So Legion JD is doing the actual like design and implementation. I'm not sure if he's doing the full or they are doing the full like Blender design of the buildings, or even if it's just arrangement and alignment.
Still the work involved.
They called it out for city planning, for how they're doing the top of the temple area.
It's awesome looking.
It's phenomenal, and the fact that they integrated a kill team board on top of this
pretty cool.
is going to be a huge spectacle, and it's just an amazing kind of full circle hobby.
I wonder if they've thought about how to stabilize it so people can actually play on the board, because it looks like the board is you can take it off. And use the board separately.
Oh, no. You have to play on top of the Titan. You have to play on top of the Titan. Yeah.
And I mean, the
you
Titan,
put it on a base.
I think the Titan is taller than my granddaughter. I mean, that's a big.
Yeah.
I had been seeing
a big Titan.
Like the project moving along as he was like printing out the various portions of the Titan.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, okay, like I've seen like a lot of Titans print. I mean, cool. It's an Imperator. I was like, okay, cool. And then when he showed the top, that's when it really, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I haven't paid enough attention to this. This is really cool. Yeah, it's a great choice. I don't know how I didn't pick that. Adon, what did you pick?
I've been focusing a lot on the Discord stuff, but I actually jumped over to Facebook, and Andrew Arbaiza.
He got picked last time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. For his weathering on the what's that thing called, the Kratos?
See, and that's the thing.
I don't remember that.
I was looking at the
Kate. It starts with a K.
Yeah, I was looking at the date on the photo, and I'm like, okay, this is after the last show. But in my mind, I was like, I remember they were talking about the walking chaos mower.
What the heck is it called? Anyway, Chitin.
Yeah, Chitin. Yeah. But anyway, they look like
the Decimator is new though. So
the Decimator and the Chitin together.
No, it looks good.
And the weathering, the detail. If you go to Facebook and you look through the photos on this post, the number of detail photos and the amount of work that he did.
Or I'll gather up all these photos. We'll put them in the Discord channel.
It's crazy. And I'm just going to do a quick shout out to Don Jarvis because he painted an ancient, and painting the banners on those things has a lot of work. But anyway, Andrew gets it though.
Andrew gets it, and honestly, I was looking at Andrew's stuff last time, and it's really, really, really good. I chose Dr. Fernando's orc on its trike. I don't know what these trikes are.
War trike,
called.
yep.
War trike.
Yeah.
His weathering is so good. Like the tone of the whole model.
Yeah, it's a conversion, but
that's fine. It reminds me of, there was a year that Jeff and myself and I think it was Aaron and Zach all played in the team tournament at Adepticon, and we played these guys with orcs, and the orcs were just gorgeous. Like the whole army was absolutely incredible, and it had this kind of like weathering and
grim dark
tonality to it.
Yeah.
And it's just so well done. Unfortunately, those guys got super drunk at that game, and that turned me off from playing with them at that point. We dropped out after that. But listen, their paint was on point, and so is Dr. Fernando.
I think that was the same year that Loopy and I played in the team tournament playing against the really drunk mentor guys.
Yeah, I think it was. The problem is people use that event as like just an excuse to get blasted, and I'm just like, dude, get blasted after the event.
Yeah.
Still I'm all for sharing a friendly drink and hanging out, but when you're standing there and comatose and you can't roll your dice,
that's a little
just like
much.
All right.
Yeah, the mute color palette on this one, it's
brilliant.
like John Blanche would be proud of just like getting so much done with so few colors, and that really kind of consolidated mute color palette. And then the weathering, just the attention to detail with the powders and where the scratches and weathering are. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, well done, man. Great stuff. I can't wait to see more of his orcs, actually. If you have more that I've missed somehow, share them in the Hobby Progress section of the Discord. So I could take a look and tag me if you would. So good stuff. We want to just leap right into next section. Let's just jump right into it. For Hobby Progress, I've continued working on my Night Abominant. And then I ran out of Slaughter Red speed paint.
Oh, I should have brought you one.
I got another one. I actually messaged Kat and I was like, I'm out of this. and I went to Game Castle and I sent her a picture of their display rack, which is pretty much empty of speed paint stuff. And I asked the guys, when you get more speed paint stuff? And they said, we just got some more. It's sold out super fast.
Yeah, good.
So I'm like, oh man. And this red is a particularly good red. So I knew that was probably a very popular color. The reason I ran out though, again, don't squeeze those bottles if they jam. I don't know how many.
When the agitator jams in the nozzle.
I don't know how many times it's going to happen for me to learn this darn lesson. But my paint desk was covered in red, and I almost destroyed everything that I had been airbrushing. Fortunately, only a couple drops gone. I was able to blend it out. But
and by the way, screaming, sees blood everywhere. And by the way, immediately calls the emergency services.
There's 2 agitators in each of those bottles.
Yes, there are.
I know. Yeah. I found them.
The other one wasn't from the last time.
No. So yeah, what a mess, dude. What a mess. And but I got it cleaned up. I ordered another bottle, so it did slow me down. Also, Tom and I have been working on prepping for the event that we're running on the 7th here at the house, and it's we'll be lucky to get through 3 turns, but it'll be fun nonetheless.
Timed phases.
I know, we're going to do that too.
It's a 40,000 point game. That's doing 40K right.
The other thing I wanted to shout out was to my buddy Jamie, who recently went to New Zealand, and then he and Steve and Lars and I all went to lunch, and Jamie had bought us each gifts from New Zealand, which was from Weta Workshop.
I saw that on the table here.
Yeah, and he got me the Corn Berserker head helmet, which stands on a little stand, but man, the quality of it is phenomenal. It's the same quality of Abaddon or Titus that you would buy from them, and it's a great little model. I'm tending not to buy this kind of stuff that just sits around and collects dust in the house, but I do dig this.
It's a nice gift from somebody else.
It's something smaller, right?
It is smaller.
It's not a huge model.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice. I saw when the first year that they were doing the Weta Workshop stuff, they had the Titus at the Grand Narrative.
He's great.
And they had guys in black suits and shades who were
oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Defending it.
Security.
At the Open, the Tacoma Open,
had,
you and I went to
Abaddon. God, that's a gorgeous looking.
Yeah, the models are
it was all I could do to not
gorgeous
buy it.
statue.
Yeah.
I would sell that one, the Gilliman one, and fund the Abaddon
well, especially where your chaotic heart lives these days.
Yeah. But, there's a chaos dude on that one, but,
Yeah, getting his lunch handed to him.
Yeah, he's about to. So, anyway, but again, it's one of those things that just sits around and it's a talking piece and collects dust. I like having it, but man, that Abaddon is sick. Dude.
Yeah.
So,
it really is.
So anyway, this helmet, thank you, Jamie. I really do appreciate it. It's awesome looking. It's sitting up on my mantle up there, so looking down on me with hate and disdain.
Yes,
for not having got my knights far enough along yet. What have you been working on, Josh?
Yeah. Speaking of that game and the Necrons, progress continues from what I was talking about last episode of just getting a last kind of some models that I really want to get on the table for this big game.
Yeah.
I did get the new Nightbringer model, so I have that built and primed and have a week to get it painted.
So are you running Nightbringer?
I'm running Night. I bought it specifically for this.
These guys already were like, well, technically it's a shard of Catan. There's many of them. Can we have more than one? I'm like, it is one. You guys.
It was a clarifying question.
And then fair enough. But then
Can I have 3 Abaddons?
And then
no, he's a named character.
Oh my gosh. And the Nightbringer is not?
No, it's a shard of the Nightbringer.
Within
there are
the
many
lore,
shards.
There are many shards of him. However, on the table, he's listed as, I don't remember the code. Epic Hero.
Yeah.
But here,
what if it was 2 different versions, the 2 different models, not the same model?
No. So here's the other thing. I was talking to Aaron, and Aaron's like, we went to lunch at work, and he's like, we're trying to, figure out who has what points, and we weren't clear on the detachments and blah, blah, blah. And as he's talking, I'm like, it sounds like you guys are planning a lot. He's like, well, Cheyenne's planning a lot. So I message Cheyenne. I go, dude, please don't be overthinking this. Like, literally, we haven't even figured out what detachments we're going to bring. We're putting models on the table and removing them.
Cheyenne was thinking that we all had the same detachment. So it would be like if somebody needs to leave, or if like so we're sharing stratagems or whatever. But yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. So yeah, we
don't care.
We all just made our lists, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
It's
good.
not overly planned or optimized.
Cheyenne did reply. He goes, oh, who's telling you what we're doing? And then I go, well, nobody's telling me what you're doing. Like I'm staying out of that channel intentionally. And I go, but just don't overthink this.
He did call out that we've got a leak.
Don't overthink this. We're not. See, now you got another leak.
Oh, it was Aaron. Okay. Well, he's out.
I'm literally like, I realized I didn't include my Thunderhawk in my points evaluation. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to drop some of this older stuff and just put Thunderhawk in. So I won't have my Reaver Titan. Caleb still has it. He was going to drive.
Well, you got to bring the Thunderhawk.
He was going to drive down this last weekend.
Yeah, he was. And he was like, I'll drive down. And I go, well, you can hang out and play games. I can only stay for 20 minutes. I'm like, dude, do not drive.
That's not worth it. 8
all
hour
this
drive,
way.
Yeah.
Well, he and I were really
drop this off. He feels bad that he's had it this long.
He was feeling bad because he flew in to LA and I picked him up from the airport. And we were talking to him because I'm driving back. He was like, oh, I should have brought the Titan with me. You could have drove it back. Oh,
He'd have had to pack it on the airplane.
Yeah.
What a pain.
Yeah.
No, dude, just, and I told him, Caleb, I don't care. Like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You're going to bring the Warhound at least?
Yeah, I think I'll bring the Warhound.
There you go.
Yeah.
There'll still be a Titan.
Yeah. It'll get blown up first turn.
It will, but
we got Tom and I have some twists on all this, which is going to like, you'll see. I don't want to spoil it. We'll talk about it afterwards on the show.
Yeah.
So, okay. So anyway, Nightbringer.
So got the new Nightbringer. Specifically, I was going to get it anyways, but I wanted to have it for this event. So
pricey model.
Yeah. And it's not a lot of plastic.
I was going to ask, how big is it?
So Nightbringer itself is upscaled maybe 20-25%, but the presence of the model is quite a bit larger.
Because he's like higher.
There's a lot more cloak and kind of like swirling action to it with the
such
scarabs.
a gorgeous model.
It's a gorgeous model. Like it's a nice glow up. And I have the old metal one, so it's a huge leap in technology and change.
Aaron has that old metal one, and like the arms are always popping off.
Same.
And it's just So this is great. I just like it for its durability factor.
Exactly. Yeah. Scale wise, the model itself is quite a bit larger, but not in that the meat of the model has gotten larger. It's just the overall presence. Which is cool.
Volume.
Yeah.
I love it.
Which it's a nice update for it and a great model. And hopefully I can get that painted in the next week.
I was a little surprised at the price on him, but as you think about it too, though, I mean, you're not going to sell a lot of them.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of a one and done. It's not like people buy multiple copies of this thing for their army.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that kind of increases the cost of anything.
Just like the Primarchs.
It is
just like
single frame, large sprue frame, but single frame of that. And so it was spendy for it, but got a nice discount through Herrick Games and was able to get my hands on it. So I'm in progress of painting that, and then in addition to that, also have the Sureptic Heavy Construct that I also really wanted to get done for this game, just because it's such a large model again with presence that you're not going to bring into just your day-to-day game. So having something large, a kind of big showcase game like this is really the perfect place for that kind of model, where it's not going to just slip into a list that, hey, let's play 2,000 points. I'm going to bring a Sureptic Heavy Construct, which is 540 points.
That's awesome.
Like it's their knight equivalent, right? So perfect game for that. And then we talked last episode about I had been playing a bunch of Star Wars Outlaws and got a little inspired to dust off Shatterpoint and get some painting on models there too. So been working on some other strike teams.
You mentioned Herrick Games, which is what reminded me. I brought this over, the 500 Worlds expansion.
Oh yeah.
From Warhammer, which
there's some cool stuff
just came out with. And I don't know if you've had a chance to look through this yet, Don.
For some reason, mine hasn't arrived yet. So I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you.
Which house did it ship to?
Let me tell you, I did double check just to make sure, because
there's so much like lore in this. There's so much. It's a great presentation.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic presentation.
One of those 3 books is only lore.
Yeah, it's only lore.
Yeah, this one, the Titus one,
and it's like lore inside. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of the new stuff for the Corsairs, where it's like one of those books is just for the lore of like
they're doing the same thing,
which is really cool.
Yeah, I like it. And then this has like, there's a campaign you play. There's new
reusable stickers and stuff.
Yeah. It's
It's interesting.
The product
in the new White Dwarf, they're very clear about the fact that this is what they call the run-in
to the next
edition.
I read that too.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and it's interesting because they said, in the last couple of editions, we've had these run-in campaigns or these run-in, and this is the first installment of the run-in. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, basically, they're saying
they're just basically announcing 11th,
11th edition, right?
I noticed surprise of no one, but yeah,
and I think they know that. It's a great product. Honestly, I thought it almost made me want to play Ultramarines again. But I was pretty happy with it as I'm reading through it still.
Nice.
So very cool stuff. All right. Where are we at?
What about Adon?
He was talking about a different game system as where we were at.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
Okay, yeah.
Adon.
I finished up the kind of the beta version of my the Doof Wagon from the Fury Road Orcs, and I finished it while I was sitting in a little building next to the beach at War on the Shore.
I heard about this.
And because I just ran out of time. I ended up having to do all the basing on all the models. And so that was time I hadn't really planned on. So that kind of put me behind on this, but I got there the night before and did a lot of work on it. And so, so I got the Doof Wagon good to go, and it's close to what I had in my brain. I put a picture of it in our notes.
I see that.
And
I'll post that in the Discord as well.
Kind of the ducting. So if you look at the one from the movie, it's actually HVAC ducting that's coming off the front. And my original plan was to use pieces of orc, like cutting pieces out of the orc terrain to make those sides and those pieces. But I just didn't have the time, and the pieces that I cut out got packed into a box that was on a truck somewhere. I don't know what happened to the pieces. So I really didn't have time to start over with that because I didn't have enough of the terrain to do that with. But I think this ended up working out pretty well for kind of the beta version of it. Probably not.
When you say beta version, does that mean you're going to build an entirely new one, or are you just going to do more to this one?
I'm going to do more to this one. I'm probably going to, once I locate the pieces, because they exist, I just don't know which box they're in. Yeah. I'll put those pieces on. And then I also have pieces to go right behind where the doof, it's a Warboy in 40K, but the doof
we know
warrior,
what you're saying.
I have little, they're rivets, the back ends of rivets to make speakers. So there's supposed to be all speakers.
Yeah, gotcha.
And it kind of looks like speakers now, but I'm planning to put a whole bunch more.
Nice.
So that would be what the later version would look like.
I don't think we talked to you about War on the Shore.
Nope, that's in my games played section.
Okay, because we'll probably spend some time on that then, because I want to talk more about that. So.
Yeah, and then I also took an airbrush class with Caleb with the Life After the Crusade guys in Cheyenne. Nice. And it was pretty cool. I mean, I've taken a bunch of classes from Caleb.
That's weird.
But this one was...
You must be an expert painter right now.
Yeah. So this was a very different type of class. It wasn't a repeat of a 101 or a 102 or whatever.
Right.
He was specifically focusing on how to do glow effects and how to do...
I love it.
The flames and things like that. And so also we're airbrushing with some of the speed paints.
Yeah.
And airbrushing with fluorescents and some of the other army painters, because Caleb's working for Army Painter now. And at War on the Shore, I actually won a raffle of a whole set of Army Painter airbrush paints.
Nice.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And
they're doing an airbrush line? I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
I know they do speed paints. I just use the speed paints as filters.
And the Fanatics and the airbrush.
The airbrush,
three lines going right now.
Yeah, the airbrush paints are pretty good.
Guess I didn't realize they used. I'm gonna have to go take a look at that.
Yeah,
I got to tell you, like, I couldn't be happier with those other two lines, the Fanatic and the speed.
The speed paint stuff was really interesting to use as filters.
I do it all the time.
One of the things that's interesting about the speed paints versus contrast, because contrast still is an excellent line, but they kind of fill different roles. And one of the advantage of speed paint is virtually all the speed paint colors have about the exact same consistency and pigment density. as compared to contrast. As compared to contrast, contrast there's a lot of variance between the different colors in terms of pigment density and the kind of the
interesting
coverage of those paints. And so as you learn the contrast line, it's very useful. But you can't say, "Oh, I'm going to use this green; it'll function exactly like that blue did." Not necessarily.
Interesting. But you think all the speed paints function the same?
Not speed paints, the airbrush paints. I'm sorry, the speed paints. Yeah, I think the speed paints are much closer to each other.
I would say they're closer
than contrast are.
When I painted up Gazgul for Aaron using all speed paints, the black is really black. Like I did,
it's kind of the equivalent of Black Legion on the contrast.
I did a ton of highlighting. Like I did a bunch of slap chop on Gazgul's like armor and stuff, and then I went over it with black, and it almost obliterated some of it. And I had gone like extreme, and so then I went back and re-highlighted, and it worked great. But I did notice the black is definitely black. Like there's
it's kind of the difference between Black Templar and Black Legion and the contrast line. It's more the Black Legion kind of heavy.
Yeah, I would agree.
Black, yeah.
I have the entire set of stuff. I've bought extra speed paints. Like it's interesting. Like even models now where I use like Fanatic paints or whatever, like I'll do like a traditional paint scheme on them. And then there are portions of it I will definitely do with speed paints. Like I think speed paints do like cloth and cloaks really well.
Right. Yeah.
And so
textures, things that are textures. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll, slap chop like a cloth, the cloak on the guy.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And then do that and then touch it up a little bit. But like a great effect. I love it.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah,
did you guys all paint avatars or did
it was all, everybody did the same everybody did the same model. And it is very interesting.
Do you have Eldari?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's very interesting, some of the techniques and seeing the different approaches that just with 5 of us, seeing the different approaches and things. And I had, never used fluorescent paints before. And the way that
I have not.
And the way that he uses them is a very specific application of them. And it was very interesting class. And
Caleb has a very specific application for something. That's weird too.
And Caleb's an excellent instructor.
Yeah.
He's all right.
The only
you would be an expert painter by now. Were he an expert?
Well,
no, I don't know who that's a burn on.
Double burn. Double burn. I'm totally kidding.
No, it's a burn on me because
it's not.
It's not. Because you're exactly right. If I put a lot of time and practice
if you cared to paint that much.
If I practiced all the techniques he teaches over and over and over again.
But dude, I look at your Titan. Your Titan looks fantastic.
Which I did in the class.
Yeah.
Right. And so when I'm kind of under the
spell, right?
I mean, if I, under that kind of direction and using it, saying, do it like this and do it like this, and I can physically do it. But even when I went and took the shield painting class from Dan Osborne, at Adepticon, I was using the techniques I had used on the Titan, and he came over and goes, "Oh man, that looks really good." And I was just using kind of the dark to light.
I mean, that's the thing. Teach you the core.
Right.
And, the way I'm doing the armor plates on the knights,
right,
is the same approach I do for painting the rhinos of the Sisters of Battle.
Right.
Which is Caleb's technique.
Right.
And for better or worse. I mean, sometimes it comes out better than I wanted. Sometimes I overdid this, but
it's all practice.
Yeah, no. I'm totally teasing you, Adon.
It's interesting though, because in Caleb's classes, first of all, the dude's like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah,
he just doesn't stop. And so by the end of the first day, I mean, I was like, oh, I'm an old man.
Well, listen, can I tell you? I had a conversation with Caleb about the class. I had a conversation with Travis about the class.
Okay.
Travis was exactly like me. Like halfway through the second day, I'm just like, I'm done. Like my brain is full.
Yeah.
I'm done. I can't do anymore.
But he really appreciated learning to use the airbrush for more than just base coating.
Yep.
Yeah.
He really, really walked away from that class.
And then
some cool
Caleb said, he really prefers this type of class, and he would like to do more of these where it's like a group of 5 to 6. I think he said like no more than like 8 people.
Yeah,
because he gets more one-on-one time with you. 100%. He really enjoyed the class.
Everybody really gets more out of the class.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that you enjoyed it too.
Yeah, it was a really good environment. It was at Blake's house.
Yeah.
And the setup actually
ended up into Blake's house. I haven't even been to Blake's house.
The setup was really.
Where did he put all the chains?
We were chained to our desks.
Closed up the basement.
And so it was an excellent class, and it was very much worth the time and effort.
I would love to hear more about the glow stuff that you learned, because
the other thing was
kind of fake it.
There was two things. One is he's the Energizer Bunny, but the second thing is there were a couple moments where the lines between skill and talent were blurring. Mm-hmm. He was saying, "Yeah, because you just do this," and I said, "Oh, so you just draw the two ovals and then draw the rest at the frickin' owl?"
Yeah.
And he kind of looked over at me and was like, "No. You just do it like this." I was like, "Yeah, that's not just something we can do." Everybody kind of looking at each other like, "That's not just something we can just do." And it was pretty funny. But because he rarely has those kinds of moments. He's very good at explaining techniques and how do you get from A to B and B to C.
For sure.
And I told him, I said, "Hey man, this is your Sam Lenz moment," because that happened in the class with Sam Lenz. You just do it like this, and like, Sam,
you just paint the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. Whoa. And they're both such nice guys. Sam is just a sweetheart of a guy, and so
as is
Caleb.
Dan, as is they're all great.
But for them to individually have to find that line where the skill and talent overlap, and making sure your students are on the skill side, not on the talent side.
Right.
Yeah, it was funny.
I have frequently said I'm a paint by numbers kind of guy, and
I am not a painter. I apply paint to models. You're more than that, but I just apply paint to models.
Like,
Do you paint it in your head?
No.
Like, I have a printed out picture of like how Caleb painted his knights.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at that as a reference. Like, okay, this area is a little dark up to here, so I'll leave that area dark. Yeah. I'll highlight this. I'll do this, But I'm very happy with the results I got.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
That's all that matters. That's all that, and ultimately, that's all that matters.
That's it. Yeah.
You're happy with the results you got.
Right, exactly.
So you're not there to impress anybody, unless you're entering a contest.
Right.
That's
different.
Okay.
I mean, for me, at the end, I was looking at mine as compared to other people's, and other, like, Ed's looked great.
Ed has a lot of airbrush practice.
I understand. I understand. But you in your head, you do comparisons.
Good, but your
for myself, I thought I did.
But your lava base and stuff here looks fantastic, dude. Yeah, okay. Like, I love this.
Yeah, we started out the class with the base. He used the base to show some of the techniques and stuff like that, because doing the flames and things on the body was a little bit more complicated.
I am really curious to see how this was done, because, this is something I muddle through. Yeah.
I've got to paint an avatar sometime this year. So
hit up Caleb.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I haven't an Aldari army. I'll talk about that in the games played section. But
okay,
I think I'm hoping to be able to actually leverage this model into that game.
Nice, dude. Nice. All right, let's talk games played. So I got a game in.
Yay!
I made a point of getting a game in.
Yes.
Aaron needed some practice with his Leagues of Votann, because that's what he is trying to bring to Adepticon.
Nice.
He started unpacking we played 1,500 points. He started unpacking his Votann onto the table, and I was like, I didn't realize you had so much painted. Like, he has quite a bit.
That's what he's been using the Hobby Progress Challenge for.
And his basing really offsets it's a nice choice. Like, it really offsets the color. Like, the army looked really good.
It's got that kind of like teal glow almost that really pops off. It looks good.
You sound so surprised that Aaron would do a good job.
No, I'm surprised he had so much done. He was very critical of the job he had done on them, but I looked and I was like, these are great, dude. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Like, I want to touch this up. Well, touch it up later. Worry on more of them. Like, for me, on the table, they looked fantastic.
For me, if it's 4 foot fabulous, I'm good.
There goes your 4 foot fabulous thing. Yeah, I mean, that was what was going through my head as I was. But they're even better than that. Like, close up, they're good. He's selling himself a bit short. He's done a lot of good work on it. They look good.
Nice.
We played the game. They look good. They look good going back in the bag too.
Oh, that's right.
It was brutal. And not through Aaron any fault of Aaron's.
World Eaters?
No.
I'm sorry.
Black Legion.
Black Legion. Yeah.
Black Legion.
Black Legion stumbled upon Votann out on parade orders, just like, hey, look at us. We're pretty new and painted, and got slaughtered.
Yeah. So he had a couple things going against him here. Number one, he's never played the Army before.
Right.
Yeah.
So major hiccup there. You got to, and he's like me. He's got to actually get some reps in to understand how it plays. And I don't know the Army at all. So like I have, I know those guys are dangerous and those guys do this. Okay, cool. And then
kill that big vehicle first.
I took care of that.
Yeah.
And then, and then 2, it was all newly painted, so of course it's gonna die.
It's all gonna die.
So yeah, it was a pretty good trouncing. Like he got up on points at the beginning of the game because I moved a model off of an objective that I had to hold, and like I wasn't thinking, and I just moved forward. I'm like, at my next command phase, I'm gonna not get points for this. So he leaped ahead in points real quick, but then once you destroy enough of stuff, like we got to I think turn 4, and he was like, "There's no mathematic way I can win this."
The war of attrition was in your favor.
Yeah. So it was fun.
But for the first game with your army, even when you get to that point on turn 4, you should just keep playing.
Yeah, just to learn it.
Because you learn even by as your units are dying or whatever, you're still going to learn about how they work.
If you're not running out of time. Yeah. So we figured it out. But yeah, you're right. I think that's a good piece of advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was able to wreck shop on my Terminators. Like I had my Terminators deep strike in his backfield and then get a charge off, and they didn't do quite as much as I was hoping. But then he piled in another unit on top of them, and he ate the Terminators.
Mobbed them.
But while he was doing that, I was just tearing the rest of the army apart.
Yeah.
And we played the deck missions, and one of the twist in it was that our commander got like 3 additional attacks.
Oh wow!
Oh,
my commander was a demon prince.
Yeah,
so it was like
probably did a little bit more than his.
He just wrecked house. Yeah, and then the other thing I did at one point was utilize a very strategic tank shock against some of his units.
Tank shock is a great
killed
strategy.
A few of those. Yeah, I mean it was good stuff. It was good stuff. It was good to shake the dust off, play my Black Legion again. I really enjoy the way they play. I caused more wounds to myself than he did because of my always be dark pacting approach. Even at one point, I was like, "Well, I'm not going to dark pack." He goes, "What happened? All he's doing?" I'm like, "You're right." I just roll it.
Roll the one.
Nope, succeeded. So it was a good game. It was great to see Aaron come over and play. I had a lot of fun with that.
Nice,
Josh.
Yeah, I didn't get 40K played, so I'll just go over these quickly. I did get a game.
Did you get Games Workshop games played?
No.
Nope.
Oh. Did get a game of Trench Crusade with Jody, which was super fun. It was
waiting for plastic.
Yeah, really interesting mission. That there was actually neutral models in the game, so like you interact with the objective and it spawns models that actually will like go and attack the nearest thing. Super fun matchup, and just always a good time to play a game with Jody. And then I
wouldn't know. I haven't seen Jody in forever.
It's been a while.
He probably doesn't even listen to the show.
Probably
not actually.
Oh, but he doesn't.
Not engaged with 40K at all right now.
He's in his role playing head.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Anyway,
and some other game,
and then
that's
Trench Crusade.
Yeah, all I heard was
2 games of Shatterpoint with there's a local group in San Jose that meets once a month. So had the itch, and just in case
you came all the way to San Jose.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
And didn't come say hi. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
it's down there.
the other
on
way.
the way. Yeah.
Oh, I also signed up for Maelstrom Mixer. Forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah,
You can't sign up until the 1st.
it's already sold out. It's already
Sold
done.
out, dude.
February 1st is when it was supposed to go up for sale.
I'm
On their
just telling
website, it says February 1st.
Listen, I'm telling you. Sorry, you might want to get on the wait list.
Yeah, it's already sold out.
The look on Don's face. He's like,
Stunned
damn
silence.
I actually have it I have a note on my
it.
calendar.
What were you thinking of playing?
to
Are you going to say Eldari?
no?
Because that filled up first. That faction filled up first.
Wow. Okay.
Get on the wait list, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll tell you this: they actually reduced the number of players that were gonna be in it because they were trying to create a little more
No, I heard what the guy
vibe thing, and then it opened up to club members early, and so club members and after I bought mine, I was like, is it like is the general public going to even be able to get into this? Like a lot of people had bought it that were in the club.
I think that's probably what happened is that It's all club members because
I don't think it is.
The website says it opens to the general public on February 1st.
And take it up with those guys. I don't know. Okay, I'm just telling you.
Speaking of local guys not playing 40K anymore, Brian actually hit me up wanting to play a game of 40K. So he has resurfaced after life continued to kick him in the pants for most of last year. But he and I have a plan sometime in next month to get a game with his world leaders and my Sharkadon. So
nice.
Very looking forward to a nice game of melee oriented 40K.
Yes, love to see that.
Yeah.
All right, Adon. We'll figure out Maelstrom Mixer. We'll figure it out. Let's talk War on the Shore.
Yes, War on the Shore. So War on the Shore, I took the Fury Road orcs that were originally intended for the Grand Narrative, but I got them to Hawaii instead and was part of the Xenos faction, the Destroyer faction in the narrative.
For their narrative event.
Went there for the narrative. The narrative was being run by Chris Story, who's a master of narrative gaming. And it was kind of last minute for him to do it, but he jumped in. I thought it was a really good setup. And our group was War Boss Doug Johnson.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yes. And then we had a gentleman playing Necrons and someone else playing Votan. It was his first time playing his Votan.
Oh, so Aaron did get a second time.
his black primed Votan.
I heard about this too.
So anyway,
which they're not supposed to be. Everything's supposed to be painted.
I'll get there in a minute.
I heard there were some extenuating circumstances.
I'll get there in a minute.
Yeah.
So the Xenos faction won. The Destroyers won. Probably. So that was pretty good.
If those Votan had been painted.
One of the reasons is because Doug plays a different game than everybody else.
What?
Yes.
No. Wait a minute. Are you telling me?
Well,
Doug Johnson,
who won the GT there last year.
Doug, who won the GT
last year, yeah,
plays a different style of 40K than a narrative.
Well, so because
I had a conversation with him yesterday.
I know. They allow legends in this event.
Yeah.
So what's the number one unit he used in his orc list?
Oh boy, I don't know what.
The Liftadrop.
Oh.
It's actually not called the Liftadrop.
That's
anymore.
Foreshadowing to a little bit later conversation.
It's called the Lift-A-Wagon, and it comes with a Liftadrop weapon. But it used to be called the Liftadrop.
Yes.
And I have a long and storied history with that stupid piece of junk.
Yes. Anyway.
Curse you, Alan Fly.
Yes. So, War on the Shore. So what they did was each of the three factions had to set up their base.
Yeah.
So he says, go out somewhere and find a spot that is going to be your base. So if you had to go attack the Imperium, you had to go out into the bushes where they had these tables set up, and you played. You could actually see the water from where.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, and then we picked an area. It's called the Pit. It's up underneath the cafeteria.
Yep.
But it was down in a little pit area.
We know it.
Yeah.
So that's where Doug Johnson sealed his victory at the GT last year.
Yes. Yeah. So, well, Doug Johnson, as soon as they said we had to, pick our spot, he grabs me and goes, "We're going to the pit. As soon as we're done, we're running to the pit." And I'm like, the pit. Okay. Yes. Okay. We'll go to the pit.
It has a sentimental value to him.
Yeah, sentimental.
and then the Chaos faction was kind of close to where we were as well, but it was pretty cool. We had our own banners we hung up at our
very cool.
It's like the Planet of Armageddon for Doug, where he just keeps going back to win there again. And
were the banners they were provided?
The banners were part of the event, and so whoever was the winner within their faction got the banner of their faction.
Gotcha. Oh, cool.
Yeah, so if you look at the picture that I posted in the notes, you can see who got the banner in our group.
I'm going to guess
it's Doug?
Doug Johnson. Oh, look, it is Doug Johnson.
Anyway, so
he's going to hear this and be like, "This is not true." It's true.
So, because anyway, I'll get to there.
All right, we'll get to there. Finish your games.
So my first game was against Chaos Knights.
Yeah.
It was a guy who hadn't played since like 7th or 8th edition or something like that.
Oh, boy.
This was he played kind of a quote-unquote learning game, wasn't a full game to kind of go over some of the things with his faction. So they said, hey, you got this guy first round, just so you know. And I don't mind helping people learn the game. Yeah. I don't. My personal feeling is that if it's a narrative, which actually has more moving parts than a competitive game, that's actually not a good place for a brand new player. But
this is the situation you were presented with.
A situation I was presented with. I also had never played against Chaos Knights.
Yeah.
And I was not aware that the Lancers were going to be charging 30 inches across the board turn one.
I don't know if they do or don't.
Well,
I can't tell you. I'm not good enough with them yet.
I haven't played since the new codex came out.
And again, this is just my style.
Yeah.
My style. If I have an army that has something that's a really weird gotcha thing like that, before the game starts, says, hey, just so you're aware, I don't know if have you played against this army before? No. Okay. If you haven't played against this army before, let me show you the data sheet for the kill rig, because it's a little unusual and hits pretty hard.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. None of that. It was all very much gotcha. He wasn't saying anything about me, how I was deploying. He was just kind of looking. I was trying to figure out why he was drooling.
Delicious.
It's a chaos thing.
Yeah.
We drool.
So here's part of my takeaway. If you don't know the rules and you don't know the game that well, then don't argue with me about the rules.
Oh, did you get in a bunch of arguments here with the rules?
It wasn't a bunch of arguments, but I would say something like, well, I don't think you can do that.
Yes, you can.
So that's not actually part of this edition.
Should throw down your old GW badge.
No,
listen.
No. I was just. It was the very first game, very first day, and
I throw down my
okay
Warhammer hero.
Okay,
bring in the Aloha spirit to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we get to the end of turn one, and time is up.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Turn one.
That's a 3
actually,
hour.
Not exactly
game.
right. Not exactly right. We got to the first part of turn two when he had counted his objectives, which I had not had a chance to count my objectives. So then he claimed he won the game.
Okay. Well, this is a little frustrating.
And I'm like,
how old was this guy?
About.
I mean, an adult.
Almost my age, yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud! Like this is something 13-year-old Carl would do.
And I said, he was like, "Oh yeah, well, I got this."
Play till you can only count objectives once.
And and you wouldn't have
that's
done
the pro move.
I would have done this, and I would have. And every time, and he's telling this to Chris, and every time he finishes a sentence, I'd say, "But it's a dice game." Oh, and you would have done this, and I would have done this, I said, but it's a dice game.
Yeah.
And Chris is kind of looking at me. It's like, I didn't even. I had.
That's a little frustrating.
I had two units that hadn't even come on the board.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had a frustrating
That's an
experience.
unfortunate start.
Yeah.
I'm like,
for a narrative, especially.
Whatever, dude. Second game was against a World Leaders player. Great guy, great time. He had
first time he's ever played the game.
No. He knew his army well. We went back and forth, having a good time, laughing and joking, and seeing things blow up. We got through the whole game.
He was some of those 8-bound or pack-bound.
Oh yeah, exalted 8-bound, man.
Dude, those guys are brutal.
Run it in a unit of 6 behind the regular 8-bound.
Oh my god!
And you get waves of 8-bound. Oh man, he knew his army.
Their lawnmower.
Yeah, it was a great game. Really fun game. Him and his brother were both there.
Yeah.
And he was actually one of my cabin mates.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Nice. Made up for the first game.
Sleeping with the
enemy. It did actually make up for the first game.
That's good.
Well, no, it didn't. But yes. Next game was the second day. So we did 2 games the first day, 2 games the second day, and 1 game on Sunday.
Gotcha.
So the second day, played against a Space Wolves player and a Blood Angels player. So
vampires and werewolves.
Yes. So here's the second day.
Listen, Adon.
Yes.
You can say it. Go ahead.
This is a safe space.
Yeah. There's only a few thousand people listening.
I know. That's the second day, we break for lunch, and then we're supposed to go out and do all these activities. They have like a confidence course thing with this tower, and they're going to race up the tower. There's like 4 Marines there, and Amory was going to challenge the Marines.
Okay, so the Marines beat Amory.
Oh, no. Amory beat them.
No way.
Oh, yes.
Way to go, dude.
Yes. And bragging rights the rest of the week. That dude is fast.
Our fighting forces are in bad shape.
Oh, man.
Listen, Marines. What is going on?
Oh, those guys, talking to all of them, hanging out with them last year, like they are all very into martial arts and
but Amory
know how to move their bodies.
Beat him.
Yeah, Amory's no joke, dude.
Dude, he's like a ninja.
Yes.
A Hawaiian ninja.
Yes, he is.
That's crazy. Good job, Amory.
Yeah.
And he is, man, he is probably in my list of top 10 greatest guys.
Oh, he's super nice.
Absolutely.
Oh man. He would give you the shirt off his back
drove
without any
us.
trouble with it.
Everywhere. You stayed at his place.
I stayed at his house last year. Yeah. One of the best humans out there.
Oh yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
So people play slowly. And they're like, oh, well, we can finish this game after lunch. So I never got to see any of the exterior stuff, any of the activity stuff, because I was finishing this game.
Oh.
Same thing happened with the guy for dinner. It's like, we're supposed to go eat. I'm not a really fast player, but I'm
We've
faster
played
than
frugal
that.
games. Yeah.
Anyway, so the last game was a mega battle on the third day. And Chris did this really cool thing. He did a big table. It was a T-shaped table.
Okay.
And people were deployed out around different parts of the table. Unfortunately, people didn't comply with what his instructions were in terms of who was supposed to be on, top of turn one, bottom of turn one, and we got out of sync, which messed up the fact that people were moving from different parts of the table. The two demon players who were playing against Doug and I'm sorry, the guy I was playing was not a World Eaters player. He was playing D. McKinn of Corn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So anyway, is that right? Yeah. So
But you said he hit you with 8 pound.
yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
So Doug and I were playing next to each other on one of the legs of the T, the two orc players. And
Excuse me.
And his lifted dropper did some
Droppa.
whatever. So the two demon players deep struck their armies at the opposite end of the big T, and Doug and I were left with no opponent.
Null deployed.
And so
Expert move.
Yeah.
yeah, at the top of turn 2, I'm looking at Doug and he's looking at me. He goes, well, I guess we're killing all those knights and all those blood angels over there.
You just start
So
sweeping
we just
across
started
the
sweeping
entire-
across.
I mean, that's
so
a fun pivot,
funny.
I guess. As long as it was still enjoyable. For
Well,
everybody,
the
but-
problem was is that they were on a different phase of the game than us. And so we was like, well, no, you can't come in yet because it's not the Xenos player's turn yet. Okay, well, then we're going to stand around for 30 minutes doing nothing. I mean, it was...
That's a
it
little
wasn't
frustrating.
Chris's fault. Chris did a nice job of trying to keep everything on track, but the other players just
Weren't.
By the way, the guys who were slow
attention.
playing when I was playing against them took it upon themselves to just not go as fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of, because when he was saying, hey, you should be at the end of your turn right now, we're starting at the top of the next turn. Well, part of the problem was one of the guys on their table was this Votan player who'd never played the army before,
Right. Yeah.
didn't know how to really use the units,
Okay.
hadn't really got much done.
So you had one, by my count, 3 out of 4 of your games, not including the mega battle, were not enjoyable.
No, I wouldn't say. I'd say that the two games in the second day, they were nice guys. The
Just
games themselves were
took too
enjoyable,
long.
but they just took too long.
Yeah.
And so I missed out on doing other stuff. And so like I never got to actually like go walk on the beach.
Oh.
Well, you could have done it at night, sir.
I could have, yes. But I'm old and need my sleep. So yeah, I mean, it was
Sorry, I heard
A lot of
I
really
heard
nice-
Doug and a bunch of guys got hit by a king wave anyway. So.
there was a lot of really nice people. And I really appreciated what Doug was doing with the event and what he's trying to do with the event itself. Todd, what did I say?
Doug.
Yeah, Todd. And I really, really, really like the way that he does the prizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very similar to what we used to do at Endgame, where
Everybody kind of gets something.
if you play a game, you get a ticket. If you win a game, you get a ticket. He was allowing
I think
Chris
if
to
you
make
something like game, you got like 2 tickets or something
like that. Yeah. And
You could buy more tickets for charity donation.
you can buy more tickets.
A
That's-
charity
and that's what I
event.
did.
Yeah.
I bought tickets as part of the charity, and Chris was able to give out tickets, for certain narrative key accomplishments.
Oh,
and
that's a
things as
good
well.
idea.
Yeah, cool.
And then you put your tickets in whatever it is you want to buy, which you want to win.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if I could talk Todd into giving us a few tickets to give away for the Flex to try to coax people in. Hey, by the way, you can go over and donate for the lucky draw for stuff for table or charities. I've talked to Todd about that. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, but I like the fact that you put your tickets in the thing you want to win.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
So I just
which is what we do with the lucky draws too.
Yeah, and I flooded the airbrush,
and you got it.
And it was all by number. It was alphabetical, so I was number 2. And so every time he was going to make a drawing, I'd put my hand up with the 2. He's like, "No, Don, you're not winning this one." Because I think I won something the very first draw.
Okay,
I can't remember. Anyway, but when it came to the airbrush thing,
I
think almost all the tickets in there were mine. So
that's great. I won the tableware case, and then I gave it to
Peter.
I gave it to Peter because it matched Peter's army.
And I won the wet pellet and gave it to Doug's son, who was super stoked on it.
Ashton?
Ashton. Somebody won the tableware case and gave it away to someone else. Yeah, that happened again, and so it was really cool.
It's a really good vibe there. I'm very sorry to hear you had this experience. Like, I think you should, I think Todd listens to the show. Like, it's constructive feedback though. And Todd knew, like, I talked to Todd later because I'm on the board and we were talking charity stuff. And he knew somebody was there without a fully painted army, and that's not what's supposed to happen. But there was a situation. I'm like, I've gotten questions about it. The flex, what's the paint? Here's the Adepticon painting standards. You got to match them.
Yep.
Yeah. And
I'm
the first day that guy had been loaned a fully painted orc army.
Yeah.
Which he also didn't know how to use.
So same.
Same. So
right. Yeah.
Again, and my
events,
because then at least you're there to help them with the
games,
orcs, right? Like you could.
Yeah. And the thing I really agree with Chris on this. You don't put brand new players in the narrative.
No. It's the wrong.
It's wrong. It's just not the right environment for it because there's actually more moving parts than a regular game.
Yeah.
And
even with the flex at Adepticon, I tried to say, like, this is not like this is my first
Some
game.
experience required.
Some experience is required here to play.
But see, at the flex, because it's the flex, I would have absolutely no problem being paired with somebody who doesn't know how to play.
That's you. In general, though, I'm trying to pair up a whole bunch of people who want to play a game of 40K. And by the way, paid to play a game of 40K.
I completely get that. I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't mind that in a setting like the flex.
Yeah.
But for the narrative where you're trying to achieve these narrative objectives, your advancements for your army are based on the things that happen narratively and those kinds of things. When you can't even get through...
I'll be honest with you. I think events are not the right place to go learn how to play your army, period.
I agree.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, generally speaking.
Unless you're like, I'm meeting friends to play in the open gaming area, they're going to show me how to play.
Right.
It is, get your practice in before you get there.
Right.
There is no...
Yeah, you can be pretty green, but not like
there's no
first game.
No, there's no excuse.
Unless you've signed up for a demo session or something.
Correct. That's an entirely different thing.
Right.
Show me how to play as a demo. Right.
Right.
No, so I'm bummed to hear that you had that experience. I honestly wanted to go to this. Like, we just couldn't make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
All right. Well, do you think you'll go next year?
Nope.
Yeah. Because of that experience?
No. We can talk offline.
Okay. All right. Well, on that note, there was something else I was going to throw out there, not about the 40K event, but I don't remember it. Anyway, let's do
Spearhead,
this.
man. There were so many people playing Spearhead in the breaks and stuff like that.
Was there?
And people going out to the beach and actually playing Spearhead on the beach.
Should have played Spearhead.
And so, they didn't have that as a separate event, but they're looking at doing that next year.
Nice. Yeah.
Spearhead's awesome.
Yeah.
And
what if they had
probably what's coming to Combat Patrol?
What if they had
11th?
Spearhead as an event next year?
What?
What if they had Spearhead as an event next year?
We'll talk offline.
Okay. All right. With that, we'll be right back. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, and we're now going to start talking about Legends a little bit here.
Let me jump in just a second.
Yeah.
Just because after the end of the last session, I don't want to make it sound like it was a bad time or anything.
Okay, we did talk offline.
Yes, we did.
And I encourage you to speak truth to power, Don.
So it's a YWCA summer camp.
Yeah.
And you're staying in these little bungalows, bunkhouses, whatever they are.
Yeah, they're bunkhouses.
They're bunkhouses. And it's just not my thing.
It's literally, as you just said, it's a summer camp.
It's summer camp.
Yeah. Remember when you were a kid and you went to summer camp? This is where kids go to summer camp.
There are bunk beds.
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't go to a summer camp like this. So
man, you missed out. It was awesome.
We didn't.
Let me tell you about it.
We didn't have the money for summer camp.
Bunkhouses.
We didn't have the money for summer camp, but so it was, and it's hot and humid. The Hawaii climate is not really my thing, and so that wasn't great. And the food is very
limited food choices.
Yeah, the food was okay. I grew up eating public school lunches in the 70s, so it was fine. Yeah,
but you're older now and you're a little more selective on your food.
Yeah.
Listen, nothing you have said there, I think, is out of line or untoward. This is where, look, Hawaii is an expensive state, but we get a good deal at Table Where Charities hosting the function there.
The price for it is awesome.
Completely reasonable.
Yeah, completely reasonable.
And it's a trek for a lot of people, right? Like, you're not going to get people from the East Coast really because...
Yes, it takes so long. Yeah.
Peter went out there last year, which was incredible.
Yeah.
From New Jersey.
I would go again, but Hawaii is my thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, same.
And I'm also more tolerant of like the food situation. I'm like,
I might go again if I spent the extra money to stay. They're building these little bit nicer rooms. That are more designed for families. So if you were to like split the cost of that with somebody else, there's two different bedrooms.
And you could, in theory, like grab some food at like the grocery store before you came over and store it.
This is what I'm saying is that the little they're more like suites, I guess.
Yeah.
They actually have a little kitchenette.
Yeah.
So you could do your own food
if you chose to. Yeah.
Where before, if you're staying in the bunkhouses, there's no way to do that.
No.
You'd be eating, like prepackaged food, or
you're missing out on community mealtime, which was fun. It was
right. No, that part of it was fun. Yeah. The community all hanging out and talking and stuff during the mealtime.
Did they do the thing where like the counselor came and you guys all did songs and stuff?
We did the songs the first day, and then we all agreed that we were done.
That's how I felt about it. Yeah. Once was enough. Cool.
They did do the bonfire thing with the silly songs and stuff.
That was what we did.
Yeah. Again, I was like,
it's camp, dude.
Yeah, it's camp.
But you also don't have to participate in these.
No, you didn't, and I didn't. I stood there. I was there for the first song, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go for a walk.
Grumpy guy.
I'm going to go for a walk. Yeah.
So you did get to walk.
You did get to walk on the beach.
I didn't walk on the beach. Walk on the beach.
Well,
you missed out. We saw giant seals out there.
Yeah. We got in the ocean.
Not in the dark. There was nothing to. I mean, you couldn't see anything.
There was a big seal.
Anyway.
All right. Anyway, yeah, I think it's important to like.
It's a good setting of expectations.
No, I mean set expectations. Like I think that's important. If those things are acceptable to you, this is a great event to go to. Like the people are great.
And I had some of these things in mind when I went. I was like, okay, I know what I'm walking into.
Yeah.
But once was fine.
Yeah, it's fair enough. The other thing
I would have gone back this year if my employment situation was more stable.
I would have too. Yeah. And I mean, the other thing is, I think Todd and Amory and those guys that actually organize this need to hear this stuff. So they go, okay, well, here's another perspective. What can we do to address these various things?
Right. And him trying to get a hold of more of the more private rooms and stuff like that is part of what he's doing.
For sure.
And he's working hard to do that.
Yep.
And I also think it would be more fun for me if there was more people that actually knew.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. That's why Adepticon speaks to me so much.
Right.
Like we go there and we know everybody and we hang out. Yeah, it's a good time. All right. So thank you for sharing. I think that's important. It's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about legends a little bit here, which is kind of a loaded word in 40K, I think. We'll talk about, older models and older unit rules and that kind of thing. And then we'll also talk about kind of the 3 units we really wish weren't in Legends, and then maybe the 3 units that we're fine with going to Legends.
We may end up with more than 3 in each of those categories.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine too. This is a very...
first category was a very long list. The second category, not so much for me. But,
and then we'll get a sense of also like what we think Games Workshop strategy overall here is with this kind of stuff. So what does Legends mean in Warhammer 40,000? Well, what happens is units get moved into a Legends category when basically the company doesn't want to support making these models anymore.
Right. Relegation.
They're no longer in production.
Or they don't want to... The rules for the unit maybe have a lot of overlap with other potential models that are maybe more modern or are in plastic as opposed to resin, that kind of thing, where they say, this doesn't really fill a gap we need at this point. And the reason this all came about, and when we saw it before, but the reason it all came about here in 10th edition was because it was kind of like a wipe and clean of, okay, here's 10th edition. Here are the units that are going to be supported. And over 50 years of Games Workshop at this point.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of models that just realistically, they can't continue to support.
Well, I think what I saw it as is them basically admitting we can't support all these SKUs. We can't say that, this model will come back eventually. But no, it's done. We're not doing that model again. It's not coming back.
The Firstborn range is not getting new updates added to it.
Right. Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I saw these guys, they had a YouTube, they own a game store. They had a YouTube video and they were talking about War Machine.
Yeah.
And War Machine's original approach was we never sunset any models.
Right.
And then these guys at the store were like, so we were forced to order these models, and then the models would sit there forever and never sell. And
the number of SKUs that they had was just overwhelming.
And it collapsed on itself.
Yes.
And now War Machine is a 3D printed game.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
I know.
I mean, they do still sell some models, but you can buy the STLs.
But there was a time where War Machine was seen as a competitor to 40K.
Oh, I'm very well aware.
I know you are, but that's well gone. Yeah. And part of that was the inability to move forward.
Well, part of it was the ego of the CEO, but we won't go there.
And well, anyway, but in relevance to this, part of that is the game was collapsing under its weight, especially for retailers trying to sell stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So
a lot of units in there are Forge World also, which is largely not Forge World to the extent that it used to be. They're not producing their own rules anymore. They're not producing their model kits the way they were.
Actually,
Imperial Armor.
I actually do miss that.
Frankly. Imperial Armor isn't putting out campaigns and a ton of new models.
Right, because Forge World as a separate studio doesn't really exist anymore.
Correct, right.
It's been shunted into specialist games for what it is, and then the other stuff has been moved.
They call them
the
expert kits. The resin kits are called expert kits.
Yeah,
and they are
15 plus.
15 plus expert kits.
Yes,
they are not toys. It says right on the side.
Yes.
Okay, so Legends units get removed from competitive and matched play events.
Disagree.
Official competitive match play events.
Official competitive events. Yes, it does say they're still available for match play. I have a quote from the book.
Yeah. Okay. So what does it say?
It says you can't use them for tournaments, but the article says they're technically valid for match play.
Okay. So fair enough. You can use them in a match play game that you agree with your friend that, yes, we are going to do this. In a match play event, they are probably not going to be included.
Correct. Right. An official event. Right.
Yeah.
But if you're playing match play, you can still use them as long as everybody's on the same page.
Yeah. I mean,
they're not for narrative only.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Though, in reality, is people tend to say, I'm not going to use this in a match play thing because I'm trying to play this way. I want to play in tournaments. These are not going to be allowed in tournaments. I mean, the zeitgeist of it is that they get relegated out of match play.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, they're not
functionally people don't use them in match play because they think of themselves as going to these tournaments.
You can still play 5th edition. Nobody does because nobody plays 5th edition anymore. I want to play the current version of the game. I mean, it's kind of the same.
Like when I was running
there's still people playing 5th edition,
of course,
but not at events.
When I was running the shop in Mission Viejo, it was not uncommon for people to bring Legends models.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because we weren't running official events, right? Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you the last time. Well, I don't play that level, so whatever. Okay. What doesn't happen? The models are not invalidated. Like they don't say not usable in 40K at all.
Right.
And there are rules that still exist for them, and they're downloadable. Those rules have been shunted into a downloadable format
for free.
For free. Yep. That's an important piece to note there.
Points and data sheets. Free.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, again, their objective was to kind of reduce rules bloat by the number of things in support for out of production kits and kind of just create this clean boundary between, hey, look, this is what we're doing.
I feel like the Legends setup structure changed quite a bit for this edition.
How so?
Well, it's a lot more extensive than it was before. They when they first started doing Legends,
they the 8th edition, when they had index for 8th edition, was, I think, the first introduction to my memory that Legends was.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that was true. And 8th edition was such a
big shakeup. Like,
yeah.
The entire,
and that was about the same time that Forge World got subsumed into specialist games.
Yeah.
So you weren't getting Imperial armor anymore.
Right.
Because it used to be Forge World units not allowed. Right. And then a lot of that stuff. When 8th edition came along, that's when they started the Legends piece.
You know what was funny about that? I always think back to this because it's like the one prediction I made that was right, which was there was a point where we were like predicting like the future of Games Workshop, and I had said 5 years from now, nobody will be discussing whether or not a Forge World unit is okay to use, because it was like a big point of contention for a long time.
While, yeah.
5 years later, Forge World units were being used in every tournament and everything. It was fine. Then Forge World units basically got relegated.
Now full circle. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So we already kind of talked about what they're not legal for. You raised some good points about the match play stuff. They're still appropriate for narrative campaigns, Crusade play, if the organizer agrees to it. Casual pickup games, obviously, because there's rules involved, and themed or story-driven scenarios.
Yep.
Okay.
Or if you and your buddies want to play match play and want
to do it, that's entirely like do it however you want to do it.
Yep.
And going back to what this is something we used to talk about all the time with Forge World stuff, was talk to your opponent about it first. Like, say,
have
hey,
that conversation.
Do you have a problem if I bring
I think that sentence is in here like 3 or 4 times. I have the conversation. Yeah.
Just have it. It's not a big deal.
I mean, we do it anyway when you're talking about terrain, right? You always want to talk about the terrain before it happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Unless you've got
for sure.
a paintball field, then you know what's going on.
Woo. Okay, so how do how do Legends units kind of shine? How do they stand out in like narrative play? What are your thoughts?
They've got so much personality.
Yeah.
Well, and you just have a much larger range of models to draw from.
Yeah.
And what's kind of cool, especially if you're playing with newer players, when you're bringing out some old thing, like when Doug brought out the Lift-A-Wagon.
Yeah.
People are like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of the people there
and he
never
just said,
seen it.
Wait and see.
Oh man, he killed a knight with one. Anyway,
it's better than it used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be the freaking worst. Like, it used to be.
Oh, I know.
You pick up a vehicle with it, like it would,
and you could
shoot a beam,
throw it,
and throw the vehicle at another vehicle.
Yes.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Yes.
And there was no save.
Right.
It just did it.
It just did it.
It's just gravity. You can't say.
And then I complained about it, and Alan Bly changed the rules for it because I was complaining to him and John.
So, but I think that's one really cool thing. Like Josh was saying, they have a lot of character. A lot of them, people don't get to see them very much. And so when you bring them out, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that model.
There's some really cool models in there. There's a lot of what's in Legends now are also models that they have. They are separating for Horus Heresy. So 30K
That's true.
specifically. So these originally came out resin only, and now they are being re-released in plastic for Horus Heresy. So those models,
like the Lancer for a while was in, and then it was out. Now it's back in again.
Yeah.
So it's plastic.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. It's plastic now.
Yeah.
The one I have assembled is all resin.
And mine's all resin too.
But even like the Leviathan has a new plastic kit, but they still they want that. It's
In
more
Horus
thematically Horus Heresy for timelines and rarities of vehicles and things. Which I think 8th edition did the relic level of Legends. Was like, this is a relic contender. This is a relic Sicaran. You can have one of them.
One relic. Yeah.
Which was pretty cool. So I liked that system.
I did too. Yeah.
I love
a little bit more than what the Legends is doing right now, but I totally get it.
I loved that system.
The problem with that system is that as soon as you allow one relic in your army, that means that you have to maintain the rules for that for competitive events to be within the data slate and all that kind of stuff. So the fact that those are now pure Legends, that's less work for the team. Because one of the things I love right now is these quarterly updates.
One thing we should specify: Legends is like we're putting this data sheet out once for this edition, and we're not touching it again. We're not touching the points. We're not touching the data sheets. They are done for the edition.
They're not going to get adjustments.
Right. And so I think it because they took on all the extra work of doing the quarterly updates.
Yeah.
Streamlining that work is important.
I get it. Yeah, I totally get it.
It's a lot of data sheets. I mean,
and
I
honestly,
love the fact that they do that.
And honestly, there's a lot of units out there that you can play with without dipping into Legends. One thing I did notice, and one thing I was conflating early on is that there are Imperial armor data sheets which are not Legends.
Correct.
And in fact, it specifically says the Imperial armor data sheets comprise of many units found in Forge World Web Store, which doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
And unlike Warhammer Legends, these forces are all sanctioned for use in official tournament games. Points for these units are available in the Munitorum Field Manual.
Right. So things like the Astraeus.
It's mostly large vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Mastodon's now in Legends. So
Yeah. There's actually quite
Titans,
a few others.
Thunderhawks.
But there's quite a few others
The
too.
Seraptic Heavy Construct, the Necron thing is not Legends. It's
One of the things...
the Titans.
right, exactly.
Yeah. One of the things about Legends that kind of bums me out, because you hit on the nail on the head about characterful units. Like, no character that was a Forge World character has made it.
No Forge World chapters have survived.
No.
The Red Scorpions.
Red Scorpions are gone.
Gone.
Yep.
Sharkadons gone.
And like none of those characters have made that leap, unfortunately.
Yeah, Hector Rex, the Inquisitor Hector Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think that's...
And Severin Loth, that librarian, the Red Scorpions librarian, was like the coolest model.
I think that's a very interesting point. Like, they could kind of go the route of Necromunda in a way, where Necromunda, like, they're constantly releasing unique characters with some rules and stuff. Like, they could flesh out, like, make more characters.
Yeah, but you need 6 books to play that game.
Oh boy, here it comes.
So the thing with the characters specifically is most of those characters came out in 5th edition,
right?
Where your HQ choice that you took in 5th edition unlocked your army.
Right,
yes,
exactly.
Agreed.
That is not how the game works anymore.
No.
Right.
Like it's moved so far away from that.
Right.
But also you could just add more. You could add more characters that don't necessarily unlock major things, and they don't even necessarily, like, I don't know. Yes, you need 5 books to play Necromunda, Adon, but that doesn't mean you could
only need
make
2
these
now.
rules downloadable with you buy the model, right? Like, or they release the rules as a one-time big thing, but that doesn't make sense for what I'm thinking. What I'm talking about is like, you're getting 2 characters released every 6 months or something. It's something to think about. I mean, it could add. You're scrunching your head like you're not understanding where I'm saying here.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm thinking about it in terms of the overlay of rules and balance and updates.
Sure.
And if you're adding that continually at the same time they're trying to update things, I just think it ends up becoming unmanageable.
But they're adding new units all the time.
I'd rather see them continue to do the updates in as smooth a way as possible.
Okay, but
this would all be one studio doing everything. Though.
That's what I'm saying.
Not Forge World and Games Workshop Prime.
Yeah, and it's like, this
2 different systems.
This quarter we released a Drukhari character that hasn't been introduced before. Look, they just introduced a whole bunch of new characters with the Corsair stuff.
Yeah,
right. Some really fascinating stuff too. There, I'm like, if I didn't have already 10,000 points of Chaos armies, I would be like, oh, maybe I should do a Corsair's army. But all right. The Dawn's not sold. I am. Like, I like to see. I don't think we necessarily need always epic hero characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, these would still be individual characters. Or the other option is I would like to see them make it so that you can kind of make your own characters in the game, which you kind of used to be able to do. Like, you could just say, oh, I'm taking a captain and this is what he is. I don't know.
Yeah, even as far back as 9th edition.
It feels more locked in.
You could take a character and then take an upgrade for, like, you can make a librarian, the chief librarian, and it added a little something.
They still have enhancements. You can still do something like that.
Okay.
It's different, though.
But
it's much less.
And I'm not big on the name character things, just because going back to something that I heard on the Independent Characters, I think it was this guy Carl said, well, that guy can't be everywhere in the galaxy at once.
No, of course not. And
that's why moving away from name characters.
I like that you're trying to throw my own words against me, but I'm not saying characters don't have a place. I'm just saying,
But if you have more name characters,
then they could be everywhere.
Then there's more people to spread out across.
There's billions of people in the galaxy, Don. Why are they not represented?
I understand from a business and design perspective why they don't do that, but
I'm just arguing for more representation.
But I think
I like the idea of the enhancements, which is a kind of a follow on from the old 9th edition Chief Librarian thing, because the enhancements makes it so that your character is a little bit unique.
And it is tricky to balance. I'm not arguing that point. Like, I get it. Like, there can be some unforeseen consequences, on something you do. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay. So let's just say that, like, one of the things that was removed from, and not even moved to Legends, that drives me bonkers, was the loss of Contemptor Dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
In particular, both for Space Marines and for Chaos Space Marines, because those models are fantastic. Everybody loved them.
The Relic Contemptor is still in there.
No, is it?
Yeah.
For Space Marines?
Yeah.
Is it?
Nope.
I don't think so. It might be for the Emperor's Guardians. What are they? The Custodies.
I don't think so.
Don't they get access to a
Swear.
Somebody fire up their Warhammer app.
All right,
I don't think so.
I don't think they're available. I think they were relegated entirely to 30K.
I think Contemptors and some of the other Horse Heresy stuff should still be available for Chaos, because the whole idea is that they don't have access to the new stuff.
And that would have made it that would have given you even more uniqueness to Chaos.
Right.
Although, honestly, I'm not complaining about the Chaos Codex at all. I really, really like the Chaos Codex at this point. But it would differentiate them from just being, which they are, but just being, people always say, oh, they're just Marines with spikes. Like, we've moved on from that, I think, quite a bit. But
look at the difference between how we first got Chaos Knights and Chaos Knights now.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Very much that way.
Yeah. So I'm just, it does. There was some choices made that I didn't particularly agree with. And the one that hit me the hardest was the loss of the Contemptor Dreadnought for my Chaos forces. Not because I have two that are painted up for my Black Legion.
I've got one for the, Carcharodons. But similarly, there's other units, which one of them was my choice, which I'm going to just bring forward here. And that some units that had character, like Tybros the Red Wake is the chapter master of the Carcharodons.
Yeah.
And he does not exist in Legends anymore. His datasheet doesn't exist at all.
No.
There was when 10th edition came out, they're like, treat these characters as this. So he just counts as a captain, but his loadout doesn't work with the captain. Like, he doesn't have a ranged weapon. You can't not have a ranged weapon on a Terminator captain model. So, like, him being relegated to a model that doesn't even make sense for his model and loadout.
Yeah.
And
it's frustrating. Right?
It's a little frustrating. Yeah. And like,
it's not the end of the world.
Again, I started playing them in 5th edition where like Tybros is the model that made the army
It unlocked it. Yeah.
And now that he's nothing.
And he was an awesome character.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep.
Awesome model. Awesome character. I mean, I would have loved to have seen them update that. So
yeah, I think I have 4 Contemptors from CK classes, maybe.
Have you done a different chapter every time?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think that there were some choices made that frustrated me a little bit. And the Don, you just poured salt in the wound when you said, especially for Chaos. I'm like, oh yeah, right. Especially for Chaos. No, it raises a very valid point. It would have given them some more uniqueness from something else, but God, everybody loved those models so much, dude.
Well, I mean, and you were talking about you have it in the notes talking about the Elysian drop troops because Forge World got subsumed into Specialist.
Yeah,
we were able to at least get Krieg in plastic.
Yeah,
but the Elysians.
Well, for now, I mean, maybe they
will
later.
Come back. I don't know.
God help me if they come out with Talarn.
Talarn, Praetorians, Mordians,
but all these things, they run their
course.
They run their course. I mean,
you can't have too many SKUs. You just can't. But if
and I get it.
But if you were to do upgrade kits for Praetorians and some of these other,
I think that's the way to go. Yeah,
like they do for Space Marines.
Yeah,
I think that would be awesome.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah,
that would be amazing. I think they'd sell well too.
Yeah,
I'd be in. I don't even like IG, and I really love the Talarn stuff. Like, I might be in trouble if they were to do good looking Talarn army. So. But okay. All right. So what else do we have to say about Legends at this moment? I think we kind of covered like the basics of what they are, why they've done that. Let's take a short break. We'll come back, and then let's move into what we picked for what we are happy it's gone there, what we would have rather stayed out, etc. So we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're going to leap into kind of what our top 3 picks of things we wish had not been moved to Legends. Right. So these are things we like that we are sad has been moved to Legends.
Yeah. Now, and we're not talking about things like Elysian drop shoots where they just completely eliminated the line.
Maybe you aren't. That would be a real cop out.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
All right, let's start with Josh. Josh, you go first.
So speaking of eliminated from the line, I went with Tyros the Red Wake.
You talked about that a little bit earlier.
Which we talked about a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But so Tyros, back in 5th edition, really unlocked the entire army of Sharkadons as Sharkadons.
8th edition,
Otherwise, they were... No, 5th edition.
Oh, 5th edition. Right. That's when he came out.
You chose your HQ. That's why everybody was playing Vulcan back.
Right.
5th edition. You chose your HQ.
Volcanus in your Ultra.
Right.
Yeah. John.
John Volcanus. Tyros is unfortunately not even relegated to legend status. He is actually just there's a little like byline in a hidden document when 10th edition came out that basically said like, and it was kind of this flow chart of like if this then this, and it's like if you want to run Tyros, just run him as a Terminator captain.
Josh.
Josh. For me.
And in parentheses specifically for you, Josh.
There are a surprising number of Carcharodon.
No, I know.
There, but anyways, just the fact that Tyros' loadout with like he's got chain fists and power fist built in. He's got these like just really cool relic weapons. He's huge. He's aggressive.
And those aren't options for a captain.
They're just not options for a captain.
Right.
Like you cannot get that loadout no matter what you do. All captains have ranged weapon options. Tyros has double melee options.
Right.
You can, I think, do a power fist and a chain sword. But it's just on a not a Terminator captain though. You can only do that on
right.
What are the other guys? The
Lieutenant.
No, the
Terminus
the beefy armor guys.
Oh,
Gravis.
Armor, yes.
Yeah.
That one was just kind of the sad death of the Sharkadons for me, officially speaking. Like
sucks. They're so great too. Like they're really good in the Imperial Armor book with the Necrons, the one that leads to the
right. Now the books are good. I mean, yeah.
They were in both the Bad Ab War books. Rob McNaven has his novel series going for them, which addresses some really cool things. Like,
I mean, maybe that generates some interest.
I'm hoping there's some buzz. And again, I was hopeful that with the preview of the Red Corsairs, which again were prominently featured in the Bad Ab War, they were the kind of arch villains of the Bad Ab War, though. That maybe we're going to see a plastic re-release of some of the Bad Ab War chapters.
Is Tyros in the Robbie McNiven books?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's hope,
He's
Josh.
Still a chapter. Yeah. And they did some cool things because the latest book that I talked about a little bit in our last episode, they actually brought them fully up to present timeline. Like Cicatrix Malediction is here, and it talks about Carcharodons going through the Rubicon Primaris, which...
And did they get their allotment of 1,000?
They get an allotment, but because they're a non-codex chapter and they're a fleet chapter and they are way out
there.
void.
Yeah, they're way out there.
They have what's called the Grey Tithe, which they actually go to Mechanicum planets and they have these writs of allegiance that they're allowed to get things. So some of their characters died in the process of going through the Rubicon Primaris.
Some actually died.
Some actually died.
Wow.
And
not characters.
I know.
That'd be ridiculous.
I mean, not in rules terms, because there was only one. Well, actually, he died. So in rules terms, he died. In lore terms, he lives.
Yeah. Okay.
It would be interesting to see them release characters on a regular basis.
Yeah. No.
Right? No. I think it would be cool, and I would like to see.
You mean like do like a Bad Ab Wars and release,
or no, not like a Bad Ab War, but I mean like we're now in the new timeline of 40K. There's new characters. You saw them do it with the Corsair stuff you were just talking about, Josh. They introduced a whole bunch of
a new guy
characters.
who's going to be all over the galaxy.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
like Liv Heron has not existed since.
I'm sorry.
Bad Ab
Do you
War
run any characters in your armies?
Only if there's not a model that will do that something.
So the answer is yes.
So like
the answer is yes.
My original orc army did not have one, but because
what about your sisters?
The only model that you could put with Grots was Zogrod. That was the only.
Do you run Celestine ever?
Almost never actually.
but you do run her.
I mean, I have her.
I'm just saying,
have runner, but
like people like characters. I'm not saying like.
And Celestine could be anywhere in the galaxy because
That's true.
So
all right, that one doesn't work.
The way that Games Workshop is writing rules these days too, like Eldar Codex is a really stands out to me in that the way that the Phoenix Lords unlock an extra level of what the aspect warriors are supposed to do.
That's
like
cool.
They're integral in how the codex is actually meant to be played, which breaks my heart a little bit because I similarly, I don't want to play with special characters if I can get away with it.
Yeah.
But the way the rules are now being written is, and
which
again,
is
back
kind of
to
back to what you were saying before in the 5th edition when the character would
unlocks the chapter. And that's kind of how I think special characters are being played now, which in my head, I just have to like sell the idea on myself that like, if I run Eldrad, he's not Eldrad. He is the senior farseer of my craft world.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, the various, what are they called? Like the head of the Striking Scorpions, the head of the
Phoenix Lords.
The Phoenix Lords. Phoenix Lords. The Phoenix Lords are like, that's just a role that's fulfilled. Correct. So that doesn't feel like, you know, quite the character. But I mean, like, I like what they're doing with
Makari.
But I like what they're doing with Necromunda, where they're like releasing regular characters that you can add in or hire out
with your 5 books that you then use to play.
3.
Don't even need that many. Adon just hates Necromunda.
I don't hate Necromunda.
Yes, you
don't hate it.
You have said that.
Oh my gosh.
He's on the record.
Hate it.
Look, I'm throwing your words back at you.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
All right. Say it again.
I think it's unwieldy to play.
Okay.
Yes. My first one is the Repressor.
The Repressor, which is, what is that again?
It's okay. It was with the Witch Hunters Codex, and back when you could have RBDs as part of the Witch Hunters Codex, it's basically a crowd control vehicle. It was built on a Rhino chassis. A lot of people in 9th edition were using it in Legends with Sisters in it because they liked the loadout of the weapons.
This is like the 4th edition Witch Hunters Codex, though.
Yeah.
That is
but the
really
Repressor,
a legend.
Yeah, the Repressor is a really cool model. It was a Forge World kit that you added onto a Rhino.
Right.
And I just sad to see it go because I think it goes so well with the idea of the RBDs. You know, it's basically a Rhino with like a dozer blade on it with a big old, you can put either I think it's a dual heavy bolter or a heavy flamer.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be,
I like it. My first one was Carib Colm the Risen.
Yeah.
The Red Scorpions named Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Back when I was originally buying Forge World stuff, you know, we would look at like this site for Forge World. I remember when Kentaro was like, oh yeah, there's a site Forge World. And I'm like, how much are these things? I was like, first I had to translate this from British pounds to US. And I'm like, how much is this?
Yeah.
Who would ever pay that ridiculous amount? And the next thing you know, I had like an entire Forge World Death Guard army.
Which is where I actually met you at DungeonCon.
Yeah, it was DungeonCon. Yeah.
That when you had the...
And I won Best Painted. Yeah. Because I said I got the Forge World bump. I did like how they were painted.
Yeah.
And the Death Guard grunge.
You know, the funny thing is Jordan from Axis of Awesome, like when I went down to Los Angeles and they were visiting from Australia, I played Ultramarines in that game against Jordan, and Jordan had played Death Guard because they played Death Guard also. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we were looking at the Death Guard and we're like, these are identical to mine. Like the paint scheme was so, and I had brought some just to show. And so like we set them down, you can't tell the difference.
Wow.
Like it was spot on the same. We were laughing about it. So anyway, you know, I had the Death Guard and then I went on to do the World Eaters. And then as I was thinking,
Forge World. Yep.
And as I was thinking about what should I do next? I was looking at a Space Marine chapter and I was like, well, I could do Red Scorpions.
Because that was the Forge World chapter.
Yeah. And they're in the Bad Ebor. And I never saw one in person. Like I've never seen one in person.
And what was really cool about
it's a cool color scheme.
What's cool about him is that you saw him before he was a Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Good point.
Right. So
Good
with the
point.
model,
Terminator Captain, amazing model.
And then he gets.
did they also have him as like a regular captain and then the Terminator Captain and then the Dreadnought?
I don't know the answer to that. They may have.
I definitely know
But
the
they
Terminator.
definitely
Captain,
had him as a and he was a cool
Yes.
Terminator.
I had that model, and I used that model as base of a conversion for
His
some
pose
cool
was super
characters.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, we see that now with Lieutenant Titus and Captain Titus. There's two different models with his progression as well.
It's a demotion for Titus, though, isn't it? Doesn't it go captain to lieutenant?
No, but then he went back to
And
captain.
then back to lieutenant.
He's back to captain now.
Anyway,
In the new book.
yeah, he did get like severely injured, and then they
Right.
were like, and now he gets put into his
Interred in a dreadnought.
And that was the other thing I liked.
It was
I,
really cool.
I liked when they were doing character dreadnoughts, and like I would love for Chaos to get like a character demon engine type of model or something along those lines. Like,
But it was
that'd be
really
super
cool. Who was it? Was running an all dreadnought army with the Librarian Dread, and there was another character dread.
Blood Angels could do.
Was it McCurry?
No.
Oh, yeah.
When we first met at Bay Area Open, and we were doing that big,
I don't know.
that big narrative game.
Yeah.
He was at the very end.
I'm trying to remember who
and he
that
had
was.
it all.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
Tom.
I don't know.
I don't remember who it was.
Anyway,
I remember the
rather than
army,
sit
though.
here and talk about people that nobody
I know.
knows.
But anyway, it was all dreadnought. But because he was able to do that because they had character dread.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and this is such a great model too. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
So that was my choice. Josh.
So my second choice is kind of a mystery. So this is Carandarus, Phoenix Lord of the Striking Scorpions.
Yeah.
From the Eldar range.
We have all the other ones.
We have all the other ones. We've gotten new plastic versions of all the other ones when the Aspect Warriors were updated into plastic. So it's kind of a big question mark of why didn't Carandarus get the same treatment? Is it an oversight by Games Workshop? They just forgot to.
No, not an oversight.
Well, so in the Codex, did they?
I don't know.
They
Everybody
forget
at Games Workshop is getting older. The company's been around 50 years. They could have.
Did Carandarus get dropped from the Codex in printing, and that's why they held back the model? Or because the Striking Scorpions were released in Kill Team, was there a production issue or a planned future release? But for some reason, when the rest of the Aspect Warriors came out recently, why didn't they release Carandarus with that?
Got delayed.
And he's not in the Codex.
Not in the Codex. Fully Legends.
Yeah.
No lore explanation.
How weird.
And again, because that is it's a role, it's not an actual character.
Right. Why
It's
wouldn't
not a
somebody
single
just step up
character.
and fill that
Why
role?
wouldn't somebody step in? Right. So this for me is more of a question and why is this happening? And
Or could they not think of rules that fit, that like
What the other ones unlock stuff for the Aspect Warriors?
They've got the legends.
and the
thing.
Striking Scorpions are pretty specific
strict,
for
yeah.
how they play compared to the rest of the.
So maybe
the
it's some
Aspect
kind of
Warriors.
manufacturing issue. Or,
Yeah, my prediction
Okay.
for 11th edition is that when the Eldar Codex comes back, I think we see a new model for Carandarus and Carandarus brought back from Legends, but I'll be really curious to see what happens.
That'd
with
be
this.
interesting to see something graduate out of Legends back into the core game.
Which would like I don't see any reason why this model.
But I think you'll see that with anything that's currently there that's resin.
That's possible.
Lancer, the Knight.
Yeah, but true. Originally, it was going to 30K, and then they brought it back over to 40K
Right.
again.
Yeah.
So selective on that too. And I think they did that because the night range is so small.
Yeah, probably
Like,
true.
Add a little flexibility in night range.
Yeah,
we have it
yeah.
in plastic now. Let's just introduce it.
Is
it's an easy fix.
The
Yeah,
Space
yeah.
Marines, the Space Marine, the Astreus, and the what's the big major? The
Stratus
Super
hasn't come out in plastic yet, has it?
No, it
No,
hasn't.
it's-
What I'm saying, but
it's a
that's
big resin
Is
brick.
that in Legends?
No,
it's in 30K. Though.
no. I think
It's 40K.
I think Astreus is still just
40K. It's on the website.
available through 40.
Oh yeah,
like,
I think.
as part of the
Oh, that's right. That's
Specialist games.
Right. Hey, you can still use it.
yeah.
But what's the big Space Marine transport that holds like 30 Marines?
Mastodon.
The Mastodon.
Mastodon.
Yeah, that's
Mastodon
the
is
one I'm thinking
Legends.
Mastodon's Legends. So I wonder if that comes out in plastic. Does it come back to?
of. I bet not. But
Yeah, I don't think so.
yeah, it just feels.
Hey, they're gonna do plastic Thunderhawk. So
yeah,
maybe
okay. They already did.
8mm.
no 20. You know what I mean.
I'll be shocked.
My second one is the Vulture Assault Craft.
Okay.
So the Vulture Assault Craft is basically it starts with the same Valkyrie kit, but it's got these two big mulch cannons on it.
Okay.
So
The Mulcher.
Vulture the Mulcher, yeah. That's one that I'm sad is gone to Legends because I just think it's so cool.
It's cool looking.
And it is an actual threat on the table. And I had kind of an air army where I had three Valkyries and a Vulture. And I just thought it would be cool.
That is cool.
In my mind, I wanted 2 Vultures and 3 Valkyries, so it'd kind of make an arrowhead of 5.
That's interesting. You and I kind of think about these things the same way. I mean, that was like how I kind of thought about like my Chaos Knights at first. I was like, I want a Chaos Knight and like a couple War Dogs, and then my Chaos Space Marines. And like, well, you can take a Chaos Knight or War Dog. I'm like, well, like
but I think about it. What would look cool? What would be a cool theme? Yeah. That's kind of,
that's how I always build about it too.
Themes, yeah.
Weird.
Good call. Mine is the Tyranid Malanthrope.
Oh yeah,
Malanthrope was such a great model.
The floaty ball of death,
super creepy looking. Like
skinny Cthulhu.
Yeah,
that's why he likes it.
Anemic Cthulhu. And I really liked this model so much that what I used it for at the time was for the Doom of Malantai, which did not have a model.
Right.
And then they just got rid of it in the code.
Because they didn't have a model.
Oh boy, at the time that Doom of Malantai caused some drama.
Problematic.
Yes. Oh man, it would drop down and just like cause wounds in every phase.
3d6 leadership test. Just
it was nuts.
Take mortal wounds, just die.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good that all of a sudden Tyranid players were like, we're in the game.
Matt Ward Codex.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Was it really?
I think so.
It was. Yeah. Anyway, that was mine. I love the model. I still have one.
That model was amazing.
Yeah, it's super good.
It was really unique on what it actually did rules wise too. Like it was like this kind of spore cloud.
Yeah, unique is one way to.
They've kind of replaced that with the
like Malin Scepter type stuff.
Whatever it is. Yeah. There is a spore cloudy kind of.
I'm not hip on all the new Tyranid stuff.
And the other thing is like the design choices they made on this are so good.
Yeah.
And then I look at some of the design choices on some of the newer, larger Tyranid kits, and I'm like, oh well, it's that thing, but with a big mouth sticking out 8 feet, or I'm like, some of them just they're like. The aesthetic doesn't quite do it for me, whereas this one was like, whoa, that is cool.
It's a little more grimdark and less
had more character
troopers.
to it. Yeah. The other one seemed more generic.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Which would make sense for a biomass centered army.
Yeah. Make it creepy looking.
No, that's not what I meant. Okay.
I know, but that's what I meant. All right. Third choice, Don.
No,
or Josh.
So I went with the Relic Contemptor Dreadnought here,
which is in fact in Legends.
Which is Legends.
Yes.
Legends never die. Until 11th.
It's a great model.
Until 11th, yeah. We'll talk about that.
We'll see. Great model. You could kit this out so many different ways, and you could pose this model in so many. It was so articulated in how you could pose the model, but then you could load it out with full combat, full close combat, full range shooting, combination of the two. Tons of options. I think there was 10 to 15 weapon options available for this kit.
Forge World sold the torsos for like so many.
There were all the chapter specifics.
They were so good.
I had the Alpha Legion one.
Yeah. I think I had the
1,000.
I had the Ultramarine one. I have the
back when I had a 30K army.
I have the Sons of Horus ones. That
actually, I think I have like
my Black Legion.
I think I have like 4 or 5 painted ones from CK classes.
Progressively getting painted better.
No, I wish. No, they're all different.
A whole army.
I loved the posability of them as well. You mentioned that.
Amazing kit, but like rules wise, it did some really cool things too, where it brought an invuln save to dreadnoughts, which is not something that you've seen in most dreadnouts.
Demon engines have them.
It was more likely to explode because it had this like different atomic reactor in it compared to standard dreadnoughts. It was just kind of a really cool niche that
they were beautiful.
Filling the void a bit.
I mean, the posability. I mean, when you look at like the Titans, where you have to put each piston for each toe, that's a little over the top. But the posability of the Contemptor was actually doable.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not arguing with you.
No,
it was. I wouldn't say it's over the top. I would say it's beyond my skill to assemble effectively.
Yes. There is the monopose version that came out in 30K. Like obviously this went to Legends because they wanted to emphasize it living in Horus Heresy 30K because that's really where its heyday was. But the fact it was a relic, you could have one of them, and it was this really cool thing.
I like that rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, except that as soon as you make it available in 40K, then it has to be included in all the balanced data slates.
Okay.
Right. And so it makes sense to try and pare that down to a more streamlined version.
I get that. I mean, you can run most of them as just dreadnoughts now and get away with it.
What people do that, yeah.
Well, yeah, except the ones I have for my
different basing sizes and stuff. Like, yeah,
you can get away with
different profile, different basing. The Redemptors are all quite a bit larger bases in bulk.
The Redemptors are, yeah.
They're big. They're big dreads.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, my Don, you.
Yes, the Bone Singer.
Yes,
the Aldari Bone Singer. Yeah. So one of the things
it's a good looking model.
Yeah, and
Fantastic.
I had, my army is all Wraith. And so the fact that you had this model that it was basically an apothecary for a Wraith army.
Right.
Which I thought was really kind of cool. And the Spirit Seer does some stuff.
Similar rules wise, but lore wise, like the Bone Singer are actually like shaping Wraith bone and
Wraith Guard Spirit Singers do that. Right.
Yeah, but no, they shape the craft worlds, they shape the type.
The Bone Singer.
I get it.
The Bone Singers do all of that.
I'm talking this Spirit.
For the rules in 40K.
For the rules in 40K.
Yeah, they put some of that function into Spirit Seers.
But they can't heal like a Wraith Lord.
Right.
Which would be cool.
Yeah. So,
they can make him shoot better, but
it's I'm just sad to see it go to Legends.
Yeah, it's a great looking
mainly
model.
because of the army that I have is all Wraith. So
yeah.
Again, I think
Spirit Seers.
I think I look at this model and I'm like, these Eldar
it's just nailed the aesthetic.
They hold up so well. I think they are the best looking.
No.
They are the best looking army.
No.
In terms of longevity and like they just nailed it the first time.
They've been the best over the long haul, but they're not currently the best army.
We can agree to disagree.
Okay.
Because
I agree.
Their original stuff is still kicking it old school and it still holds up.
So what's your third? What's your third one?
The entire Aldari range.
There are a ton of Aldari units in Legends with the Hornets. Like that's why I had such a hard time with this. Like they are amazing. The Shadow Specters, the Hornets,
the Shadow Specters. And
they have a Phoenix Lord as well.
Yeah,
I have those for shells.
The Vampire, like the Flyer, that's an amazing model. Like, they're all Legends. All right, they're all forged.
I love the Hornet.
My third is the Chaos Contemptor Dreadnought, which was also removed.
Yeah,
and if it belongs anywhere, it belongs with the Chaos range.
But that's not in Legends. It's gone completely.
It's gone completely.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Which broke my heart.
So in a friendly game where you're playing Legends anyways, there's no reason you couldn't use the Space Marine version of this. You have points, you have a profile.
Yeah.
There you go. Play with it. You're playing the Legends. But for organized play. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But it was honestly, as I think back on it, the Contemptor Dreadnought chassis and all that is probably one of my favorite models.
Yeah.
In the entire 40K line.
Really?
Oh God, yes.
Right after the Eldar.
Good. So
I mean, I think it's a great
far distance from the Eldar.
I think it's the best of the Dreadnoughts, but I don't know about the best overall.
Oh, especially once
I love the Leviathan. I love the chunky boy Leviathan.
Once you paired it with the
chapter specific
stuff.
Yeah.
Freaking
those upgrades were incredible.
Yeah. Amazing.
I just want to throw in, I am kind of sad that my entire Griffins of Justice Space Marine chapter is, well, not entire. The 6th and 7th companies and the 10th company are not Legends because they're tactical Marines and Scouts.
Okay.
But
for now.
All right.
For now.
Oh, Scouts aren't going away. Scouts are Primaris.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not 10th company.
Yeah,
anymore.
The whole company structure is all shook up.
It's all shook up. Yeah, I mean, I guess the 9th edition, the 9th company is still good because Devastators are still around, and most of the 9th company is Devastators. So what I'm talking about is I had an entire Firstborn chapter of Space Marines.
Yeah,
that's the Griffins of Justice that I made.
All the models, 1,000 Space Marines.
1,000 Space Marines. Yeah.
How many of them painted?
About 600.
Whoa,
something like that.
That's way higher than I expected.
Oh, go to hell.
I'm not. That 600 models is a lot of models, dude.
It's a huge collection.
I'm not knocking you. Like I thought you were going to say, like, yeah, maybe. 100,
I mean, I did commission 2 of the companies, but yeah,
all right.
Yeah,
that's still
100
Marines each.
Yeah.
It's a lot, dude. I'm not.
It was so funny because the guy who did
I like how you took that as an insult. Like I was literally complimenting. Like,
guy who did
600 models.
The guy who did him, he's like, you know what? I'm going to take a break from these for a while.
I'm about done with this.
I don't want to do anymore.
Wait, I'm trying to remember the scheme. It's not a quartered scheme.
No, they're all gray.
No, according to
the best part is you didn't have to paint them.
Oh, it's just primer gray. That's painted.
According to Caleb, they look like poorly painted space wolves.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Caleb,
that's Caleb bringing back the burn from earlier.
I know.
All right, let's move into things we were happy to see move to Legends. And this was a tougher category, I think, for many of us.
I had a very hard time in this category.
Let's start with you again, Josh.
Okay, so the one easy choice I had here, not from a rule standpoint,
But it is the easy choice.
But this was definitely the first thing that popped in my head was the Chaos Mutilators.
Yeah.
Because they are a dog ugly kit.
When you put it in the notes, I think everyone was like, "Yep, yep."
Yeah, I was like,
I have no qualms with it. As from a rule standpoint, I don't begrudge anybody who plays with them. Hopefully, you've proxied or kit bashed something that looks cooler because those models are just terrible.
They're terrible. Yeah, absolutely terrible. They challenge Doom Rider for worst model. Like they are. And listen, the Obliterators were nothing to write home about either. Like,
well, especially the
crappy.
old metal ones.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like I had a bunch of them I painted up.
They were significantly better though.
But
the
which is
Mutilators
crazy because the Obliterators
just
were
a
pretty
special flavor of terrible.
What were they? What they even thinking?
They're just like putty. They were like.
I swear they were only in Finecast. I don't know that they were ever in metal.
They were.
I could be wrong.
They were a
Maybe
newer kit
They must have been metal
because they came out in
They were not plastic.
7th.
They never came out in plastic.
No, they were awful, and I don't know that anybody ever ran them. I never saw anybody run them. I mean, listen, somebody ran them.
I have seen the models in person. They are worse. So I did see somebody run them, but yeah, I think
All right. I think we can agree with that. That's actually my number 2 as well. So,
well, that wasn't your number 1.
No, it should have been.
It should have been.
Don.
My next one, or my first one, Santa's Sled.
Yeah.
Logan on the Storm Rider. It just doesn't fit.
No,
it just doesn't. I mean, when it came out, it was jarring. And I was like, what? The only time I ever liked it was when somebody made it into Santa's Sled.
You like,
a lot of people
you
did
like
that.
crossing the IPs. And so your complaint on this one is more of an aesthetic standpoint, also less of a rules or thematic.
Could you attach him to anything? I mean, no. It would just seem like it was somebody took a flyer on it. Oh, I didn't mean that pun, but somebody just decided I'm going to do something weird, and they went. I don't know why they went with that.
I don't think
I think the entire studio was taking peyote one day and decided
I have as visceral reaction to it as you do.
It just looks dumb.
But I think it's like this.
I didn't love the
combat?
concept of it.
But I mean, it's kind of just a chariot.
Yeah, it's a chariot.
I mean, it just
and chariots don't really
chariot.
exist in
flying
4K.
chariot that's pulled by. Anyway, whatever. Yeah,
it's just a hover plate.
All right. Yeah, I listen. I think the new model's way
better.
And this is why Travis and I, during our game, it was the perfect timing.
That was awesome.
Love
the way
that
you guys did
narrative
that.
arc. Yeah.
That was really good.
It was just perfect timing. It wasn't even our intention going into it. And then I was like, oh, I'm destroying this thing.
Yeah.
And then you come back on foot. For me, my first choice is the Orc Lift-A-Wagon, specifically equipped with the Lift-A-Droppa. It used to be called the Lift-A-Droppa all on its own. This was a model that infuriated me to no end.
I'm thinking there's a psychic scar here.
Yeah, for sure. We had we had kind of a standing rule that like if you wanted to proxy some Forge World model with something else while you were evaluating whether I'm going to drop a bunch
saving
of cash
your money
on
for
it.
Yeah.
And so Dave was playing Orcs at the time and he would run this thing and kept running it. And like to the point where like, you can't run this anymore. He would use a battle wagon or something to represent it. And the problem with this vehicle was, and it was a Forge World model, it came out in one of the Imperial Armor books, is you could just pick another vehicle on the table and throw it in a direction. And usually you'd throw it into another vehicle. I don't remember if it had like a random, if you used deviation die or whatever it was.
But then it did like damage.
But then it did tons of damage.
Yeah.
And the problem was there was no defense against it, period. There was no save. There's no nothing. He just got to pick a model and throw it.
So that was back when you had like armor penetration rolls, too, right? Profiles, and so throwing a big vehicle at something.
And I was so pissed off at this thing that I had a conversation with Alan Bly and John French and Ed Brown about it at the time, and I was like, "This thing is the worst thing ever." And you guys are not helping. We're not sitting here
trying to
advocate for Forge World models and games, and you release this, and then next thing I knew, Alan had messaged me. He's like, "Hey, we're releasing new rules for that." But I was so scarred by it.
Yeah,
It got tuttled.
As it deserved to be.
Yeah.
I was so scarred by it. I hate it to this day.
So interesting. So
I don't care what the rules are now. I just hate it.
Different
the
from
rules aren't as
our
bad.
last few things though, where it's mostly been like an aesthetics thing.
This was a rule
This
thing.
was a rules thing.
Yeah, the aesthetics were fine.
My counter argument
Actually,
to this
it's
was
not that good.
if it was not in Legends, they could still be addressing the rules. Like Legends are one and done, where if this was still in the line, obviously the model is discontinued.
Yeah.
It's not in production anymore, and that's why it's in Legends. But if it was a rules issue, if it was not in
could be
Legends,
addressed.
that would be being addressed in the quarterly updates.
Yes.
And I think you can actually, I have the resin arm. You can put it on a Stampa.
Yeah.
The lift to drop
Yeah,
arm.
which makes sense that it's on a Stampa too.
Yeah. It makes the model kind of
Fall over.
fall over. Yeah, it's heavy. It's a lot of resin.
But yeah, I this thing, no, it can rot. I don't care about it.
Straight to the hot place.
Don't care.
Straight to the hot plate.
That's right.
Resin.
Yeah, which is
Exactly.
the dashboard of my car where it melts in the hot
Oh,
sun.
that's expensive.
All right, Josh.
Yeah. So my number 2 is the Thunderhawk Transporter.
No.
It is. I hate to break it to you, but it is. This is kind of like a controversial. This was a hard choice for me, and mostly this is not from a rules perspective. This is not even from a model perspective. This was just.
Why is it there?
This is a hard category for me because I'm not playing in organized competitive play. I don't have any issue against playing against Legends units. So this is really like, what does this specific what
does
role
not
does
make
it
sense?
fill?
Here's a couple points I'll make. One, at the time that this came out, 40K games could also go about 7 rounds at the outset. Like
you would roll a die and see if you go to
on the
another
4th,
round.
5th, and 6th.
Yeah.
Or
The random game
5th,
length.
6th, and 7th.
Random
round.
game, yeah.
4th, 5th, and 6th. Yeah. And so you had this random game length, so they could go 7 rounds. I mean, but the point is, like, this thing would have to fly in, drop off the vehicles. Like, most 40K doesn't have a time play factor for that at this point. I mean,
I guess, yeah.
it's just there's too much going. There's too little.
Games
time
are bigger in general
to
too.
deploy that.
I just wish I had one.
And it's gorgeous. Like I'm with you, Don.
Yeah.
Like when I bought my Thunderhawk initially, I was, should I get this one or this one? And I'm glad I didn't get that
And they
one.
took it off the list, yeah.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. I don't know how.
Again, like if somebody played a game and wanted to bring this to a game, I would have zero issue with that.
I would love to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen
I've
one.
seen
just
one.
go up and shake
I've
their
seen one.
hand.
I think the other thing about it at the time, though, Forge World was also like kind of being navigated by guys who were historical war gamers and
more
stuff
of the
as
treadheads.
More
well.
treadheads, yeah.
Yeah, and so this, like conceptually, they're like, well, there's a place for this in the galaxy.
Right,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Totally.
agree.
Yeah.
It just doesn't belong on the table.
Right. Yeah.
Would make a great centerpiece of a terrain piece, though.
For an objective mission, narrative
Oh,
objective,
that'd be
like,
sick.
like
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
And for those who don't know, it could like hold 2 tanks under it. I think
There's 2 rhinos and 1
rhinos.
Land Raider.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Unlike the Blood Angels
Oh.
aircraft that
That
could
poops
drag
out a dread.
that could drag the dreadnought behind it on a hook.
Storm Raven? Yeah.
Storm Raven. Yeah.
Raven.
All right. Anyway, so that's
I thought you were
yours.
going to talk about their deep striking Land Raiders.
Yeah, that's the word. There was a time where things were just out of control. Don?
And it wasn't the cocaine fueled 80s, surprisingly.
Shockingly,
They
it was the meth fueled 2000s.
Those odds. Ooh.
Yeah. So my second one is, and it's not that I'm glad it went to Legends. I'm glad they used this vehicle for it. And I think it could fit a lot of other things. And that's Aveline. Sister Aveline was a special edition model that came out connected to a novel. And as soon as she came out with rules that were immediately in Legends. And so you could do that, I think, with like with Caleb Kern, or you could do it with Tyberos. I mean, bring out a model, a special model, and immediately put its rules into Legends, so that
See, I like this idea.
Yeah.
because that way, I mean, you could do Minka Lenz, Action
Yes.
Jackson, you could do
Yeah.
all these different
Yeah.
models. You could
Did you say Action Jackson?
I did. Yeah. Ripper Jackson. So you could then
Wasn't Carl Weathers Action Jackson? Yeah,
think
he was.
I don't remember.
He was. The cocaine fueled 80s.
Yeah,
had Carl
exactly.
Weathers.
Speaking
no,
of-
but he was also yeah. Anyway, but I think that's a cool vehicle for being able to bring out special.
I like this idea a lot.
And they do this on the Age of Sigmar side. So
I didn't know that.
The first version of the vampire character, I'm losing his name.
It's fine. This is not
Cato?
about Lords and Heroes.
Cato?
Cato.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he first came out in Legends.
Oh, interesting.
When the new
realize that.
book came out, he came out normal with a retinue.
Yeah.
John French wrote that book, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting book. There's 2 of them so far.
I have read those.
There's 2 of them.
I do enjoy those.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I like
because
this idea.
There's a voice that talks to him,
Yeah.
and he has this internal struggle about being a vampire, and
I like this idea of things going right to Legends. Like it gives you the flexibility to just be like, maybe
Here's
maybe
some cool flavor. We don't need to balance it for tournament play.
super hardcore. It's just, hey, if you want to use this guy narratively, here's how you
narrative
use him.
people are way more likely to be playing with Legends.
I will buy that. I will buy those.
And what's really cool
all day.
about it is that
That's a
just
great
like
idea.
Cato, when they redo the book, they could decide to bring them in.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
so you could
okay.
do Schaefer's Last Chancers. You could do, the
Yep. Gaunt's Ghost.
Gaunt's Ghost. All of those models you could do this way.
This is
And it's a really cool way to have legends that are literally legends of the game. I mean, they're legends of the lore.
Yeah.
Legends of lore.
this is a rare mark of brilliance on it.
Okay.
No,
It's not his idea, though. It already exists with Avalon.
No, it was a rare mark of brilliance to steal it from. No, all joking aside, like I like this idea a lot, Don. This is a really good.
That's
idea.
a great model. Not the model. It's fine. But
Yeah. The model's
it's
not that great.
It's a good middle ground,
Yeah, yeah.
right? I get what I want, more characters or whatever,
right.
and
getting a little bit
Tournament
more
play
of that
still gets what it
personality
wants.
back in
And they
40K
do it- they
and
do
moving
it
away
with-
from the tournament scene.
And they do it
Yes.
with the Red Gobbo. The Red Gobbo comes out with legend
Yes.
sheets.
Yes.
And they did
I didn't
it.
realize
I didn't realize he had rules either.
Yeah, and they did it with the dwarf, the white dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
Grom Brendal or
Yeah.
whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah, he came
interesting.
out with legends rules as well
For Old World or AOS?
All right.
for both. I think
Oh.
Interesting. Okay.
he might even have 40. No,
Yeah.
All right. Well, my second one was agreeing with Josh on the mutilators. So
that's a cop out.
I'll move on to my third one, which was the Imperial Space Marine. Beaky
The
RBT-01 or whatever
Yeah.
he was.
But in plastic.
Did we really need rules for
Yes,
a generic Marine?
he's
generic.
He's the guy.
He is not
He's
Master
the
Chief.
guy.
He is not. Tiberos, the Red Wake, is more Master Chief than this guy.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could
killed him in-
slot him into any Marine squad, and he's just a Marine.
Yeah.
He didn't.
This is
unique.
absolutely driven by nostalgia. And
It's a nostalgia
this was
thing.
the I think the 25th anniversary,
25th anniversary model.
store model,
Yep.
right? Yeah. So
In fact, I bought him at Ford.
Oh my
at,
God! It's the
Warhammer World
25th anniversary. You realize we just hit the 50th.
of Games Workshop, not
Yeah.
of Warhammer 40,000.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I
40,000
was
is
scared there. I was like, I don't think I've been.
35-ish
35.
years.
I was like, I didn't think I've been playing this game that long. I was like,
Well, I bought this model at Warhammer World when we went on our trip.
yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That's right. And he got his.
And I
own
love the
rules.
fact that he had his own rules.
They came in the box with them. At the time, those would come in the box.
Yep.
Okay. Josh, number 3.
Number 3, this was a hard one for me because I love the model and I have no issue with the rules.
So aesthetics are good.
Aesthetics are great.
Rules are cool.
So what I'm talking about is the Eldar Wraiths here.
No, again.
I love this guy. I love this model.
But okay,
It's a great model.
Yeah, it is.
It's
absolutely
the base is too
great.
small. The base is too small.
It's a great model. The rules are fantastic. I have no problem with it. The only reason, again, this was a just very hard category for me to like, because I'm not playing competitive 40K. I don't have any issue with any models in Legends. So this was me fitting the square peg in the round hole.
Okay.
The reason that I put it on here though is because I think from a designer standpoint, I see why this model breaks some of how the current codex plays.
I get you. I get you. I think
Wraith
that's
constructs specifically, like they're triggering off of psychic things. So when you have a psychic construct, it's potentially breaking how
Right.
the the mainstream version of that detachment is supposed to play.
Well, I kind of wish that they would just make it an option within the Wraith Lord kit.
I would love that. Yeah.
Then they could bring it into the main
Right,
codex.
exactly.
Yeah, and I would love to see an updated Wraith Lord kit when they do. Not that there's anything wrong with it; like it's a great kit, but if they do an upgrade for it and include a Wraith Seer option, I would not be sad. So
Adon's third one. Yeah. I should have put this as my first one.
Yes, the Dorito Boat Dread, the Daredeo
Dread, the Daredeo Dread,
Boat Dread. Oh man,
this is the
reason
thing.
not just because all the meta guys were using double autocannons, and so everybody
it was super popular.
But I'm glad it went to Legends because it's ugly as sin.
It is. It aesthetically it breaks. Like it's not.
It doesn't match the line.
Right.
It does not. The helmet on top of the boat. Sure, that looks like a Space Marine, but
I swear it looks like they just pieced a bunch of other pieces of models together to make this thing.
They try to do a little Star Wars kit bashing.
I don't know if it's Star Wars or if it's like from Robotech.
No. Like I was just saying, like the original like X-wings and Star Destroyers were just kit bash like Revel model kits, and that's how they came up with these cool vehicles. They tried to do that with this Dreadnought.
No,
it's awful.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I could have done away with this thing too.
Yep.
Go
back to 30K where you belong.
You don't belong there either.
Kick it back 10,000 years. No,
it doesn't belong there either.
No.
This is a good call.
Again, another aesthetic choice, so not a problematic rules issue.
Right.
Yeah, no. Rule schmools.
So, Carl, you need a third one, Carl.
I don't know that. Oh, well, if I'll pick something that I wish would go to Legends.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
No, these are things we're happy have gone to Legends.
Oh,
one thing I wish would go to Legends is that stupid corn lawnmower.
Yeah.
Or
for aesthetic reasons.
Hey, you know what? While we're at it, Stilt Guy.
Oh, no! Stilt Guy needs to go. Stilt Guy can suck it.
No. He's so he makes so much sense in
Inspector Gadget,
Mechanicum.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
no.
From a lore standpoint, I agree he does.
Yeah.
From an aesthetic standpoint, I absolutely hate it.
I still want to build one on retractable pointers, so you can move him up and down. He's a sniper.
If you were a mechanic man with a sniper rifle and you want to get taller, would you not want stilt legs?
Yeah.
To put you out so where you could be seen by all the enemy then shot?
No, so you can sneak up above the top of a building that you're behind.
You know, they have grav belts in 40K.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cooler. That would be the cooler aesthetic is this guy's floating.
They have grav technology.
Okay, you know what should, even though I want my land speeder Storm to stay in, I wish it would, because I think it's a cool model for transporting scouts. That flying pulpit's got to go.
Yeah.
Dark Angel
That can go.
speeder church
go.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that can go. No, that thing's
That's
junk.
dumb.
That thing's junk. I don't like that thing either. It's
How do the candles stay lit?
Force fields.
No.
Magic.
Space magic.
Yeah.
Psychic power.
Or
is it just stubborn? I think it's just pure stubbornness.
Space magic.
It's because they're traitors.
Space wizards.
All right.
Yeah, it's true.
All right,
Channeling the warp in those guys.
Let's talk, long term, I think fundamentally I agree, thinning out the number of models to models that are more relevant and drive, a cleaner gameplay experience is probably the right thing to do.
Less stuff that you have to produce.
But I do think you lose some
personality, I think.
Depth and personality to do whatever you want. And so Legends actually, I think, provides in some way the ability for people like us to maintain that level of fun. Right. And the idea you had stolen about things going directly to Legends
it's a concept I think they should leverage more.
I think that's a great strategy for more casual narrative.
It'd be fantastic. And I mean, I think that people will buy cool models. Period.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, what's going to happen though in 11th edition?
Yeah, I think some of these things are going to go away.
That's the question. Like, do they touch these again? Because people still have these models in their collection.
I sure hope they touch some of them.
I mean, all right. So most of the Space Marine stuff, the Firstborn stuff, went to Legends.
Yeah.
After Primaris had been out for 10 years.
I think the rest of it goes in 11th with the next codex. I think TAC Marines and Devastators are going into Legends. So I'm not sure about Centurions still.
Is that a prediction? Should we add that?
Yeah,
to your
Tactical
prediction?
Marines and Devastators. I will add to the prediction when I don't know if that's going to happen this year though. So it's 11th edition when the Space Marine Codex comes out, which will probably be in the earlier side of the
free
I bet you it's this year.
Free Patreon content that you're giving him. He's doing it for another prediction.
Well,
That's a taste of what they could get.
Yeah,
if they were a Patreon.
If you want to hear the rest of Josh's predictions, phew, buddy,
Yeah.
got to pay for that.
Which level can you be at and hear that?
The top 2 levels.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So
You hear the other predictions.
Get that sweet bonus content.
That's right.
all right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think some of the Legends units are going to just vanish.
So what I'm hoping that they do with the rest of Legends is they'll do, because people still have these models in their collections. Like,
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah,
they
yeah.
still remain tabletop viable outside of organized tournament play.
Yeah.
But they'll do just a one-time visit on, maybe it's even just these same data sheets.
I'd be totally fine
But
with
a
that.
quick like points revisit just one time at the start of the edition. and
Maybe
then
they have
done.
to shuffle a few things around. I mean, I think it's worth taking the time to do just for good customer
I
service.
hope they do at least
mean-
that. I wouldn't be.
I mean,
mad
we
if they
think
did
that
more.
11th is just going to be a tweak anyway. It's going to be like a 10.5.
we think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we think. So that would make sense. It would be relatively easy to
Sure
do.
hope it addresses terrain.
Yeah, they need to do something with terrain.
And flyers, terrain and flyers.
Terrain.
Terrain and
flyers.
flyers.
Yeah.
No more paintball galleries and
Yeah. And
Yeah.
maybe Battle Shock. I don't know.
Hate it so much.
Morale they haven't nailed in a long
they have
time.
not nailed Battle Shock.
It's almost irrelevant for the most part.
It's not if you're playing against a Night Lords player. I'm just going to say.
No, they can manipulate it.
Oh
pretty
my
good.
gosh, it is
Yeah.
so
That's true.
aggravating.
And some Chaos Knights does it, messes with it too. So yeah,
Night Lords.
I think you know fewer units per faction, like from a competitive
Yeah.
standpoint, from a
balanced meta.
Balance,
Yeah, I think it's
yeah.
healthy for the game to have fewer
units.
Yeah.
I
But
think
do we
can all
think?
agree
But
there.
do we think things are going to disappear from Legends completely?
I think
gone?
some will. I think some will.
I think some will, but I hope they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think things like the Bone Singer, which was never out in plastic, might just go.
Was that only?
It was only metal and fine cast. So anything. I think
Interesting.
that anything that never came out in plastic, I think it goes completely away.
Probably. The mutilators could go away for good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never in plastic.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of what would be the cutoff,
I don't know.
Yeah.
right?
It could be a timeline, like anything 10 years or old. You know,
Any more than 10 years?
Yeah.
What edition?
It'll be curious though, because some of the things like the Dorado Dreadnought came out in plastic.
Right, but
did
it was meant.
Leviathan Dreadnought in plastic.
But
These
meant-
are in Legends, but
Dorado
they're
did.
they're intended for
30K.
30K now.
Right.
But the
It's a
like
30K
plastic kits exist, but they're still Legends for 40K.
I didn't realize they had a plastic
They do.
Oh, yeah.
Dorito.
They're everywhere.
God.
There's
So
Cool
the-
Ranch. There's whatever the other the nacho cheese.
I think the pizza ones are good. Too. I'm just trying to think of. So, Primaris was 10 years,
Yeah.
right? So, what has been out of production for 10 years?
10 years goes a lot faster than I realized.
I know what
Yeah,
edition.
right.
So what came out?
Really, already 10 years for Paris?
Yeah.
What came out in 7th edition for the last time? We haven't seen it since 7th edition.
I don't know.
So it's we're
Certainly-
seeing about that timeline.
Certainly Flyers all, came out.
Firstborn stuff.
Flyers all came out in 7th edition and haven't been revisited since.
So Storm Ravens,
I do hope they
Storm
fix.
Talons.
I hope they make
Storm,
Flyers more viable.
Fix or get rid of.
I would rather see a fix than get rid of. I like the
agree.
option, but
I agree because like getting rid of it means you're getting rid of models people have bought and painted. And
yeah, absolutely. And some armies need it for like
just-
transport purposes.
but it needs something else. Yeah. No.
They're definitely lacking right now.
All right. I think we've beat this horse to death at this point. Any points you want to bring up on this before we just close it out?
No, it's been a legendary discussion though.
Oh God, how long did you sit on that one? All right, we'll be right back to close out the show. All right, and we're back to close out the show. If you're using Legends units in Crusade games or narrative games,
Or non-event match play.
or non-event match play, we'd love to hear about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, do it.
One thing this discussion has brought up that legends are a little less accessible to play with right now because you need them in your like download pack.
Yeah.
I would love to see an option in the app where it's just like a toggle, allow legends or not, so that the data sheets that they already have, you can add just in app there, so it's all in one place.
Yeah.
It's just data. They should be able to add
It's just data that already exists. So hopefully it's like pretty simple. That would be a cool thing to see for non-tournament play again.
Agreed.
But it's like you have to make it a toggle option of like allow legends.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Right.
Like,
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
No, I think, both on the Discord and in the Facebook group, if you could, what are your favorite lost units?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What unit do you miss the most?
Right.
I'd be really
send us a voicemail.
Leave us a voicemail. You do like the voicemail. Nobody else seems to like it. I like it.
I think it's cool.
I like having people on the show.
2 minutes or less.
All right. Anyway,
Part of the game group. Share your opinions.
Leave us reviews on iTunes. On
who do you agree with or disagree with?
Well, everybody agrees with Josh and I.
Sorry, Adon.
Listen, leave us reviews on iTunes or your app of choice or service of choice for downloading this. As you may or may not know, too, you can listen to our shows on YouTube as well. They automatically feed up into our YouTube feed.
That's right.
So you can check them out there. We got a great Facebook group. It's still going strong. We have a fantastic Discord group.
Yeah, Discord's awesome.
Yeah,
It's going off.
I spend most of my time, I think, in the Discord group as opposed to Facebook stuff
largely.
at the moment.
Not on Facebook.
And if you want to know more about our Patreon, there's a link from the website, theindependentcharacters.com. No A in independent.
Get sweet bonus content there, like you heard us previewing predictions that we've made for what's happening the next year with Games Workshop.
You guys have
And more.
anything else you want to add before we move on?
I would just reiterate that I think Legends did bring a bit of more personality to some of the Army's chapters in the game, and seeing them relegated is a little sad, but again, not really affecting my play of the game.
Yeah, and I think as I saw when I was out in Mission Viejo, seeing people bring Legends and be okay with people playing Legends, do it. Use them, enjoy them.
I think a lot of times Legends are looked at negatively in the terms of this is what we lost, but actually having them in the Legends group offers some flexibility. Like your point about the characters, Adon, is a really good one.
Yeah.
And there may be some positive ways that Legends could be leveraged in that regard.
Well, I think the negative part comes from, using this doesn't help me get ready for XRTT or XGT or whatever. I can't use these in Tacoma, so I'm not going to use them because it's going to mess up how I practice with my Army. I don't know how. I guess
This
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely a wish list, but I do genuinely hope we see more of a departure in actual game mechanics between competitive 40K.
Hey, don't give away
casual.
content.
I'm just
Is that
You have to pay for that.
content? No, they don't.
Yeah, it was one of his predictions.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh. All right. Anyway.
All right, you're gonna.
if you want to hear more on that,
Until next time, this is Carl.
this is Josh.
This is Adon.
And we're coming to you from the Astronomicon, where I have bookcases full of legends.
And where heroes are born, but legends never die.
You stole mine, I think.
Well, it's taken.
We're coming to you from the Astronomicon, where you don't put your stuff in the notes because other people will leverage them.
Yours isn't in. Oh,
Legends of Battle endure.
Oh, that's different.
There you go.
Why didn't you just say that?
It's totally different.
All
Okay.
right.
Or, I got a different one.
All right,
This is
go.
a quote from the most recent book, and I'm going to explain it too
Ooh.
much. So,
This is
blessed-
almost bonus content.
Blessed is the mind, too small to question.
On that note, I'm not going to have any questions. This episode of The Independent Characters is protected by the Creative Commons license. If you have further questions as to its use, you can find information on the front page at theindependentcharacters.com.